Oh yeah, the Blues.
I
They,
don't.
they also had the chicken
Yeah, it's the
wire
chicken wire.
around.
Would you
The
compare it to
chick-
that scene in
no.
any way?
He had a bunch of girls starting to scream at him because he was picking on their friend.
There's another.
So what happened was he said, "What do you do? What do you do?" Her girlfriend said, "Hey, get off our friend," and it just escalated. It was terrible.
You see it, Bobby? Now?
Oh, I
Did
just
Dad hang
hold
out
on a
after
second.
the show.
I see we're also live on Bobby Fran's channel right now.
I'm going to answer for Nasty. According
I
to
just got. I was
Chad,
here messing with the settings, and I forgot wait.
So
It
he
says
wouldn't be able
I
to
could
answer
like
this
add it to my stream. I'm like, what the hell?
That's
I'll throw it
right.
out
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, you can do that now.
Thank you.
there. I just
Carter,
wrote
thank you for
co-streaming,
bringing
no
that up.
filter.
I watched that.
There you
and
go,
I was
yeah.
screaming at the screen.
Let's
So
see.
I got there early to sit at the bar to chat.
Hey, Jake in the
I
chat.
got there. I thought I
Must
was
have
going
missed
to
it.
have a drink. I was going to buy him a shot. We
Yeah,
were going
you're
to
almost
have
at it.
Scott-
cheers. And
Scott
this and that,
Fitzpatrick says,
and nothing.
has box number
And so
4
after
ever
the
received
show,
a dirty raccoon? Hashtag no
he
filter.
ran off the stage, and I sat there and I was talking to some of the people there.
How did you see that so fast,
And
Bobby Nick? Did it
it
give
was
you a
just
notice that I
time
was
to go.
co-streaming?
There was nothing for me
No,
to
I
do,
just
so
noticed.
walked
I
out.
noticed there was
His
three
big balls is crazy.
Oh,
3 places that it was
I'm
streaming
way
to.
okay,
bigger.
all
And I'm
right.
like,
He
well,
wasn't
Jake's
faking
not
it.
here.
I knew we could do it. I just
Chad,
never
you're
done
telling me
it.
that Chad lied?
Ian Hawk.
Oh,
Somebody's gonna give Bobby some watch time. You're right, Ian. What's up, bro?
Throw that clip in. Throw the clip.
I need that one for my
I
stream.
lie, I tell the truth. I eventually tell the truth.
Yeah, eventually.
That's a
Okay,
fucking
Now, did-
fact.
Mammy's in the chat. What's up? FKA, formerly known as Mammy.
Now there is the video. Now
Hey,
Carter
Mammy.
didn't I posted
Yeah.
that
Mammy,
him
mamacita.
saying the lie, right?
Yeah, I do have that. Let's just finish playing this one. Chat.
don't give a shit. Table 4, I know it's her birthday. Everybody knows it's her fucking birthday. Nobody cares about her birthday at this point. Nobody. Nobody
Happy
gives
birthday.
a shit. There's
I
people
care.
over there that pay $25 to see the show.
Lie.
It's her birthday. Nobody cares.
Now, do you think there's a chance he didn't know people?
By my lame butt.
$25? Do you think he
Yeah, where did that come from? That's weird.
Because everybody's confirmed
What the
$10
fuck
for
is-
this
What's
shit.
going on, Andrew?
$10. Was there a minimum? A drink
You
minimum?
Mark is a fucking.
No, it was $10. Period.
He's a freak.
You mock is a
door.
fucking what?
Posters promised to people who paid more.
Good question, Tukey. Good question.
No, there are no missing Chad posters.
Oh, this is shocking.
Okay, hold on. You want to say that again, Andrew? What is he?
Zumak is definitely a chooch.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Mark! My only reason to you is my
Oh, we got
goal
video
is
now.
For everyone
Oh,
in
yeah.
this room to lie about their life. Don't ever tell the truth. There's no reason.
Fuck you, Zumak.
You don't have to tell
Good advice.
Me and-
Good advice.
What fuck a guy tonight to get AIDS?
Fuck you, Zumak.
How's the unpacking
Oh,
going, Carla?
Sorry.
It's going
That's a
good. I'm
fucking
just taking a
fact.
break. I gotta check some emails for work. So you know,
I don't know if this is
busy as
true
a
or not,
bee.
but she paid
Miles
$4.99
Magooby
to
says,
say it. I had lunch.
Jake,
with
have
Chad
your
at the
fa- shave
Outback
your
on
face
Henderson
and get a
Boulevard a couple
haircut.
weeks ago. Long story
Look
short,
like a
Gina
million
Bobina.
I paid. Gina,
No.
That'd be
Bobina.
cool.
Pause it. I want to read what Gina
I hope
says.
that's a lie, but I also hope that's very true.
Send her a link.
What? This?
Can anyone read
You
that?
chooch, hey, you fucking chooch over here.
Can anyone read what Gina said in the chat?
Oh,
Gina,
Gina?
Gina, Bobina.
I had lunch with Chad at the Outback on Henson Boulevard in Tampa 2 weeks ago. Long story short, he ignored the bill, so I paid.
Fucking.
What is he, Andrew?
What the shit?
Carter, how about that?
What did that make him?
lie That, when,
Definitely
that
a
video
chooch.
that you're
Definitely
seeing,
a chooch.
That's
I'm
right.
up
Definitely
front.
a
What
chooch.
happened was I was back by the bar at the tail end where they pay your bill. And once he screamed at the girls and called them bitches and cunts, they that whole group of people came
Guys,
to where
I
I was
think-
sitting. They wanted to pay their bills, so I went and sat front row where they were. So that's why some of the videos are from far away and others are from up close. So when I sat up at the front, you know, I took one spot out of a 12-seater.
Shane, I
and
messaged you.
Chad was kind of happy.
Running away like a bitch. I understand.
Cardiff, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a celebrity in our
Oh, shut up.
A little bit of Eddie Murphy in there.
No. I'm happy when the great Steve is here. I'm also happy when Tiff is here with 1999 Cardiff and Tukey. I choose you. I choose you,
Eddie.
Tiff.
Eddie.
I choose you. Now, would you guys like some breaking news?
Yes, let's hear this
please.
breaking news.
We do have
Cardiff.
another celebrity in the chat, but he may not be chatting very much. Chad Zumach is in the chat.
Oh.
And I know this because he's emailing me while we're on the air at approximately 30 minutes ago. 31 minutes ago.
Sadly.
Yes, he just sent me a screenshot of an email I sent to him earlier when he was threatening to dox me. Just reminding me that I said that I'm out. Oh, sure, I'll put it up. Thanks for asking.
Oh, put it up.
Get up. Wait, out? What? Yay!
So from Chad Zuma.
Yeah.
Approximately 30 minutes ago, he just sent me this screenshot from an email I sent to him. I said that I'm out. You can't message me. It's not cool. That's the message I sent to him. And now he's throwing that
He's
back
got a
at
job.
me, maybe implying a threat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth. I would never. I would not want to put anything in his mouth except maybe a blooming onion.
Wait, so
But-
that's it? He just sent you back an email you sent to him?
Yes. Yes, that is it. I did invite him on the show earlier this week on Instagram. What did he say? He didn't respond to me.
Whoa, crap.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna pass. This was his response. I booked this is what
tired,
I said to him. I
Shayna?
booked an interview with someone who walked out of your show last night.
Yeah.
Did you want to come on and talk
I
to
was
him?
up till midnight last
His
night doing
response
my
was, I'm
homework.
gonna pass.
Check
but I'm
out this
gonna
next
reach out to one of your coworkers to interview them.
I was up
Would you
till
like to
midnight
come on
doing
my
my
show and look
homework.
at potatoes filter?
Oh,
Oh,
here we
Now
go.
that I know he's watching,
Scott Fitzpatrick says,
Go
is
fuck
box
your
number
hat,
4 a
Chad.
mud shark?
Go
Or
fuck your hat.
ever been
You're a
mud
piece of
shark?
garbage.
Hashtag no
You're-
filter.
This is why I'm doing this show, because you're a piece of
I
garbage.
was
and
up
I want
until
everybody to see
midnight
that you're a
doing
piece
my
of garbage.
homework
So,
yesterday because
fuck you. All
the
right,
night
Suki,
Thank
before
you,
Paula
thank you,
came up
Carter,
and he was
because
very
that's what he needs to know. I would have never gone to his show had I not seen him being called out. And the fact that we got there and it was actually better than I thought to be able to report. It's incredible that he still denies all this is happening.
Here, you know what? I am going to send him the link. Link is sent
Come on, Chad. Come on in.
right
and
now.
defend
Come on,
yourself.
Chad.
Thank you, 712 Colgate. Link is.
Andrew, did you drink water
And
yet
Chad,
today?
Cardiff doesn't care if everyone knows he works at the Outback in Minnesota. Oh,
Oh, oh.
never
Watch it,
mind.
Tukey. You're out of here.
Yes.
All right, OJ, you're the puppet now. You just lost. Look, you lost top spot, Tukey.
Oh,
You want to move
Oh,
over here to
no.
OJ's spot?
blooming onion.
All right, you're at least entertaining to look at, not instead of a
Thank
black
you.
square.
Yes.
I'll give you that. You're more entertaining than a black square, Tukey.
Yeah, you hear that,
That's-
Dirty Pete?
Yeah, I
That's
think
where
you're
it
right,
may be more
Lost. Scott does
entertaining
need to do the
than
monkey
Chad
joke.
However,
Maybe they'll
Whoa,
read
you
that.
know
I don't
he's
know.
listening.
I
Don't hurt his
do.
feelings.
well, I want Chad to come
I
on
hope
here.
he-
and defend
it's
himself.
not
I
like
would love
such
that. I think we all would love that.
Have
I
Cardiff-
would too, OJ.
Have Cardiff
I invited him to come on
Tukey
with
and OJ answered it
the-
separately.
with the audience member, you as well, Nasty.
I am so tired.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to talk to him.
There's one. There goes one.
Yes, no, this is a quite an interesting meeting you must have had. And Nasty. Any other thoughts
Scott
on the night?
Fitzpatrick says, If Tukey had a game monkey on his back, would he leave it there or beat it off?
I'm just
Hashtag
so
no
happy to be
filter.
able to report to you guys.
I am
It was.
so tired.
I don't think I've left out
Did
anything.
you go to bed,
I
Shayna?
think we've covered it all with Buddy. Before.
No, I
Now,
supposed
Buddy,
to go
the
in
guy
bed, but
earlier,
no.
he doesn't know about Cardiff, right?
In what way?
I
In the
should be going to
Dabbleverse
bed
way.
right now.
No,
but
he has
no
nothing.
thanks.
I talked to him. He has nothing. He knows. He has no idea about any of this. I found him. I found him through his Facebook review of the show, which I read earlier. I found him on Instagram. I reached out to him there. His first question was, what would this be about? And I had to explain to him. I go, well, we kind of goof on this comedian a lot, so we'd love to have you come on and talk about the set. And he goes, oh, okay, good, because I thought it might have just been an off night. And I said, no, I don't think this was an off night for.
I think I
And then you found me.
If
I'm
Cardiff
easy.
had a game
I'm
monkey on
easy
his back,
breezy. I've been wrapped
would
up
he
in
leave it there
Dabbleverse
or beat it off?
for 2
Hashtag no
years.
filter.
Found
Yeah.
you on Hackverse.
So I
Hackverse
was
Anonymous.
happy.
I think I better go to bed because
Did
Oh, you gotta go
there's
bed.
two
Ted
cops
name
like
himself at the
crazy.
show?
I don't know,
Chad
Kathy.
Zumock, or say goodbye. My name is Chad Zumock. Because on the stream before his show, he said Chad is dead. Long live the Mud Shark or Z-Man.
Very good question. I went there for that question. Yes, I went there for that thing. Chad Zuma. I did not say he's dead.
Dick
Still got that
Mitchell has a
cold, huh,
question for
Shayna?
you for $1.99, and I
Yeah.
do apologize. The chat is
I
on
think I
fire.
better let you
and
guys
it is
go
hard to kind of
before I
keep
have
up
a
with the
coughing
chats, but,
attack.
were you the dude by yourself?
Okay.
Is that you?
Okay, Shayna.
Bye.
Bye,
Good
Shayna.
night.
Bye, Shayna.
Catch
See
you
you,
later.
Shayna.
Bye, Shayna.
Bye.
See you
Have a
tomorrow.
good one. Have a
Andrew,
good
say
one.
goodbye to Shayna.
Sayonara.
Peace out,
Bye,
Shayna.
Shayna.
Por
Adios,
favor.
amiga.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye,
answer
Shayna.
my message.
Arrivederci.
Ready?
Check your groovy.
Andrew, answer my message.
Buenos noches.
Have a good sleep, Shayna.
Check the closet. Bye, Connie.
Bye.
Andrew.
Bye.
Get to bed.
Love you guys.
Later.
Love you too, Shayna. Bye.
Shayna, sign
See you
off.
later.
Bye, Shayna. See you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Por favor. Might be tomorrow when we. No. Later on.
Shayna.
Thursday.
Yeah.
See you Thursday,
See you
Shayna.
Thursday. Thursday,
Bye.
Shayna.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Hasta
Shayna,
luego.
Shayna.
Shayna, you can sign off
Bye.
now, honey.
Buenos noches.
If I was able to
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, Shayna. See you. Bye.
Shayna, you've said 50 goodbyes already.
Arrivederci.
You're crazy. There you
There she
go.
goes. There she
Funny.
goes.
Oh,
Oh, it's fun.
Andrew, how you doing?
I'm going to start learning goodbyes in other languages now.
Right.
I only have one.
Arrivederci. Let's see what I know.
guess what?
What?
I've got 6,160 followers on TikTok.
Nice.
On TikTok.
141.
On TikTok. Also known as TikTok. On TikTok.
Now you should keep making videos on there, telling them to come over here.
I even posted the link in my bio.
Oh, well, there you go. Well,
Oh.
I guess you're doing all you can do.
Oh. I'll fight you with one hand behind my back, even.
Back to stream
Yeah.
sniping.
Just before I hit go live, I got a message from Buddy that he was exhausted, he was falling asleep, and never begged on Instagram anywhere Like I was
Hopefully you got those
begging.
messages.
I'll show you, Dookie.
Yes.
I'll show you. But I was
Screenshot,
begging.
screenshot.
I'm like, you don't
Oh.
know what's gonna happen to
Miles
me.
Magooby says
If, at least I did have Nasty Al
habanero
as a
chips
backup,
got me farting
but
fireballs.
I thank
Yeah,
you for
that's
that,
still
Nasty
good.
Al. But
That's why I don't like
Yeah.
spicy stuff.
this would have been pissed.
Too much for
So
me.
thank you, Ice Uno. Thank you, Chad
Too much
Zucock.
for
For the
me.
record, I'm not a liar. I misspoke liar, so you might be.
Fireballs
That's
for
fine.
you.
Dagobert Uber Dangle, thank you for the $5. Nasty Al, you were rusty. Funny bit. Back off.
Oh,
the
and
mic,
guess
never
who's
admitted.
back, everybody? It's Jake
Yeah.
Hudson.
That is
Hey,
actually
Jake.
Richard
How's it going,
Christie that
bud?
calls it.
I'm
Hey,
doing
Jake,
okay.
Right on
By the
time.
way,
There's the link for the new YouTube channel. You'll remember the 90s.
What's up, guys?
And we will be doing it for this Friday. We'll be doing it on this channel and possibly on that stupid wrestler guy's channel. What's his name again, Tuki?
El Horrible.
Oh, yeah,
for the
that's
Dabbler.
What's the channel called?
Oh, that's the Dabbler.
Good.
Can you post that?
And,
Can producers post that, please?
I eventually tell the truth.
yeah, producers.
And
Horse
we
storm.
Have you played the video of him standing?
Yeah,
have you played the video of him standing in front of me saying lie?
Oh, I can
That's a good-
post it. I can post it in Bobby Friend's channel since I'm a moderator
Yeah,
on
I
Bobby
think,
Friend.
all right, it's
Look,
going up right now.
Justa says, "Have you ever farted out your pee-pee?" They were talking about that on BS show today.
I heard that.
All right,
yeah.
guys, I'm gonna get going. Okay, it was nice to see you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you
Okay,
for
well, thanks
coming.
for joining us.
Are you on
No, it's
Facebook?
advice. Just
Are you
I am
on
on
Facebook?
Facebook. Yeah.
You can look up Ellis John Hudson on Facebook.
Okay.
That's
All
my
right.
Facebook. I'll put it. You don't. I don't know if I can find you on Facebook.
Oh, and thanks, Lost, for the donation. We appreciate you, buddy.
I'm
Oh,
friends
thank
with
you, Jake. I
Shayna.
found it,
I'm
Jake.
friends.
Emma has a little skirt that split up sides, and everywhere that Emma went, the boys could see her thighs. Emma has a little skirt that's split right up the front. She doesn't wear that one.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Okay.
All right,
see you
Shannon's big
later.
sister.
Bye.
See you
See you
next time.
later. Adios.
Adios.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Oh, she didn't
She
go for
leaves too quick, damn it.
Frankie McDonald.
Shannon should take lessons from her.
No, I like that Shane a bit.
Yes,
there.
that message was some lost. And no,
like that Shane a
I don't
bit,
think it
too.
was too many characters. I think he got a point straight across. I mean, if you got a dirty mind, you got it.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
No, it was too many characters to post in one text.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
is in Chad's chat. Definitely always in Chad's
His
chat.
Hello.
moderators, I believe.
Thanks to my lost interest from me as well. Thank you, my lost interest.
Oh, hey.
Jules David no longer, I believe.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Hey.
No,
Lost
no,
doing
no,
the
she's not.
thing.
He only
Thank
has
you so
one.
much,
He
Lost.
said he only has one moderator now.
Oh, Ian Hawk?
No, and he won't say who.
Giant cock?
He won't say who. One moderator. He won't say
My
who.
sister says,
And
"Lost, I
then he
presume you
says,
don't have a daughter."
Uh,
With that message, I guess.
unfiltered. You can say whatever you want, and then within seconds was blocking people.
What I think happened
Wait a
too,
minute.
this is not confirmed, but I believe some of his mods were blocking some of the people that were donating money to him.
Yes.
So I think that's why he got rid of the mods.
That
It
was
was
weird.
weird. He says he does. I knew you had a son, Lost, but I know. Oh, that's right. I guess yeah. Your daughter does. Does she do the art? I know one of them does the like the set design stuff.
Possible.
Stormy, can you post my Venmo, please?
Anything is possible in the
No,
Dabblerverse.
Jake. It's already up there.
499. Mudshark.
No,
6, and
it's in the filters chat.
It's in there, bro.
now we know what it
Yeah,
means.
there's,
Thank you,
it's been in
OJ.
there a few times. They still see it.
Always
They
wondered.
can
That's how
still get to it, Jake.
EP sitting down.
I'm posting it,
Shit
but
standing up.
And he wipes from
it's
front
there.
or back to front.
It's
Back to
there,
front,
buddy.
yeah.
It's there.
Oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to.
That will give him a bladder
Doo-ba-doo.
infection.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom-ba-doo.
Yeah, back to front. That is how you get a urinary tract infection.
You're a woman.
Kids, boys and
I
girls.
see Dominic Sin hanging out in the
Yes,
chat.
I guess
Front to
In
back.
my chat.
I guess
Front to back.
for guys who would just
That's
get
how
shit
you wipe.
He
your
sees the
butt.
Venmo.
That's how you wipe.
Right. Film production is my son, right? Yeah, I thought I knew one of them. And then
Where
the
did
other
you
one
learn that
does like the
song?
art with the shirts and all that stuff you had.
The
Yeah.
front to back song.
Now I'm putting it together.
Yeah.
I just made it up. Dr. Steve wants us to get the game. That
Oh,
is
yes.
good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice. Wow. I don't know if there's anything else to say here. I think we've milked all the milk out of the Chad Zumach teats. And as we saw on stage, Chad
What
Zumach
the
does have
fuck?
teats.
Jerry Shepardini was
Not
on
one, and I'm not one to point fingers.
What was he on?
Pot kettle here.
dump.
Right.
Absolutely.
I would like to say that
The
I'm
dump
not-
earlier
I'm-
today, yeah.
I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm
Oh, boy.
skinny fat.
guess
right
so.
now.
I
got
don't
a
know.
Big gut and wow.
I've gotten my paybacks from her when she was a teenager. Malo, I lost interest says.
Animal Kelly.
I was shocked by that, OJ.
Yeah.
Animal Kelly.
I have two
thank
daughters
you,
lost
thank
in there,
you,
like
thank
in
you.
their,
Speaking
well,
of
let's
white
say,
fluids, if Chad was
but
a
they're
P
20
star,
and 25.
person,
So, once they hit
would his
that age,
catchphrase be
it's on.
please, fat? Yes.
Whoa!
Yes. Haka.
Taka,
Animal Kelly,
Taka.
thank you for the $50.
They already know
Very
Dad's
much
crazy by then.
appreciated.
Love you, Animal Kelly.
With that belly, he would, as a porn star, he would need at least. a
Which
little
one
bit.
works at
The only reason
With
Canada?
that
I
belly.
mentioned that is because Chad, I thought he had mentioned that
Which
he
one,
was
what?
working out and getting fit.
Which one
walking
works
and
at
doing all these
Canada?
I agree, OJ. I agree. I was shocked when he walked out.
Candid?
He had
And
a
now he-
personal trainer at one
The
point.
Orioles
He did do a
Stadium.
walking stream today.
Oh,
he
both
did
my
do a
daughters
walking
work
stream to do
for
a
at
big
Camden
announcement.
Yards. Matter of fact,
A
yeah.
very big
I
announcement.
thought you were
and
talking
think
about
he
Lost
got
Daughters.
this.
Yeah, they both work at the stadium, Andrew.
That is tremendous. He's getting movement. Movement is
They get to
the
see all the games for
lubricant,
free.
as they say.
You are
Now-
correct.
There you
But
go.
he has
Rookie.
a selfie
Mhm.
stick now, and it's only
He
shoulders
does.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That a fan sent him. He has a selfie stick. That
Janet.
now
And
he could have gone to Dollar
Maybe
Tree.
they could be
I
our
gotta stop.
Orioles
He had a
correspondent.
fan out too.
How about that?
And that he could not remember the fan.
Maybe.
Now, did you guys hear a while back when Cardiff was saying that YouTube takes 30% and then everybody on an Apple device YouTube Apple takes another 20%?
Yeah, I think it depends how you pay for some people too.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And I know that there are issues with trying to utilize Google-owned services like YouTube and chatting because Apple owns them, and they don't like making it easy. And I understand with some of the people that have subscription issues, they can't just go and accept things from an Apple phone or computer. They have to go to like their Apple computer or a PC. They can't just do certain
Right.
things from an Apple phone, Bobby Nick. So there are limitations between YouTube functions with Apple.
Yeah, now I noticed that also. I think it was the next day or a couple days later. Shuley kind of shot that idea down, though.
What
Shuley
about
was
differences between Apple or whatever, or the
well,
percentage?
the Apple paying or taking 20%.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know because there was some gamesmanship going on in that initially Apple tried to go the route of they were going to refuse like YouTube and Google products on their Apple exclusive items, but I think they found that too many people wanted, YouTube and wanted things that were owned by Google, and they had to relent. But they're just doing only as little as possible to let you use outside services on their phone.
Oh,
Well, I know they only let you use a Safari browser. They won't let you use
Yeah.
Oh, I
the,
forgot I was on here. Damn it!
so far as you
I was
know.
on here. I forgot I was on
Chrome.
here. Lost $10.
That's not true.
There you go.
That's not true. 'Cause I've used Chrome on my
Get you
iPad.
some of the love.
Dominic Sin says Apple is an evil corporation. I concur and I agree. Lost tip me $10. I get 5 of that, Jake. I get 5 of that, bro.
No.
By the
Stormy
way-
gets 5 of that.
By
Stormy
the
gets
way,
5 of that.
no, We made a different deal tonight. This is
No,
BF Tuesday night. Sorry. All previous
Actually,
deals
all
are
right.
null and void, Jake.
All right, so you get $2.50 and Stormy gets $2.50.
I get $2.50. Oh shit. I get $2.50.
Hey, you're talking about giving me more money.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna get 5 and then it was $2.50.
Yeah, he cut us both down, Stormy. He's making us
Oh,
split
what?
it. Yeah.
Chopped
So
you
we
guys
have to
right in
split the
half.
5. We have to split the 5.
Pretty soon it's gonna be down to $1.25.
You know what? You could just keep my $2.50, Jake.
And Bobby
There you
Nick
go.
is. Thing is, it's like.
Where's my fucking cut? God damn it.
God damn it, no, you don't have to know.
No, I'm just kidding. I do this for fun. I
Tree,
do this for
tree,
fun.
turdy, tree.
Anyway, yeah, people. Nightbot again just posted in the chat the Venmo, the PayPal, and the Cash App. So donate to the show.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
I am a robot.
No.
Boss says no fighting, please.
We're just having a little fun, Lost. You were generous to all of us, but it's still fun trying to get
That's
what we
right.
can out of Jake.
That's right. Yeah.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate you.
Actually, I did agree that and Stormy, when I get this to, please, I don't want this to go into Andrew's OnlyFans fund.
And Andrew's OnlyFans fund is dead.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't have to give me any money though. I mean, you can.
We just funning with you, Jake.
I think
If you're coming in for the money hustle, everybody gets kind of curious, so we want to get in on it too, bro.
Lost donated to everybody, so it's all good.
He sure did. Thank you. He's very, very generous like that. Thank you. Well,
By the way, I'm
man.
not streaming this. I'm not streaming this, but I'm still giving it to you because I streamed it earlier.
I'm co-streaming this show on my channel, Jake. Are you jealous? By the way. There you go. I'm co-streaming.
You jealous, Jake?
Ooh.
Let me know when you get. Let me know when you get this, Stormy.
Oh, Jake.
Oh, Jake, you didn't have to do that. I did just get it. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Costs $1.25
Well,
to send $2.50.
I guess we'll count that as another donation to the show from Jake Hudson. Thank you.
There you go. Thanks. Hey, our great fan Jake Hudson just gave. Thanks. Super chat, Jake.
I wanted to do it because you guys gave me an opportunity and to come on the show.
Well,
you know,
we appreciate that, buddy. And
and
we
I
enjoy
don't.
your company.
And I want. In can I make a little suggestion, Stormy? Get Andrew some new sheets.
It what? Sheets? For Andrew?
Yeah.
New sheets?
Why? What's wrong with his sheets? You don't like the tie-dye pillowcase?
No.
Wait, can I get you
Hey.
Barbie or like something really crazy on your sheets or your pillowcase? Oh, he's sleeping, isn't
Yeah.
he? Oh,
No.
good gravy.
Yeah.
He's alive. He's alive.
Let's get him some Ninja Turtle
By
sheets
the
or
way,
something like that.
27 minutes
Yeah.
until the top of the hour. 27 minutes until the top of the hour.
Mammy was wanting to know. There you go. He'll keep us abreast of that.
Yep.
Gotta
Oh,
make
no.
like a baby
By the
and
way.
head out. Great show. Love you guys. Peace out. Thanks, Lost.
Yeah, thanks for the donations and
Head
have
out,
a good
bro.
night, Lost.
Head out, bro.
No filter. No
Head out
filter,
this mother.
No filter.
Oops. Well, I think we should do. I think we should do an eat the poo poo.
Let's see what are we inspired by today? Who has to eat the poo poo today?
I think Chad Zumach should eat the poo poo.
Yeah, Chad should always eat the poo poo.
That's true. That's true. I agree.
Whoa, we lost. We're down to 3.
Damn, everybody's leaving.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, no Scott, no.
Hang
Jake.
on a second. I'm preparing. I need 5 seconds. 10 seconds.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. You prepare. You prepare.
By the way,
Your views are important to us. Please stand by while Scott prepares for the Eat the Poo Poo segment. If you have time, please like, share, and subscribe. No Filter with Andrew and Friends. Or BF Bobby Fran. It's free on YouTube. Please enjoy some of our links that Stormy's throwing in the chat. You can donate if you like. Or just play along. We'll be right back right after this.
Oh, there's Scott.
He's back. Oh, he had to get the Eat the Poo Poo hair ready. Eat the Poo Poo.
Right. Now, Scott, you ready?
He's got poop on a stick. He's ready. Look at
Okay.
it.
Well.
Man,
Oh, what's that? BF?
no, he's got the poo poo on his stick.
Yeah, he got the poo-poo on the stick.
The poo poo stick.
Okay, well.
No, see?
Today we dedicate Eat the Poo Poo to Chad Zumock because he's a piece of fucking shit. So Chad Zumock, you can eat the fucking poo poo. What just happened, Andrew? You ate the poo poo?
The Brewers blew a 5-3 lead in the ninth and lost 7-5 to the Twins.
Well, damn, eh? I don't really know what that means, but damn.
That is not very good, folks.
So you're telling us they suck? Or do they blow?
They eat the poo poo. The song is for them, Bobby Nick. They eat the poo poo.
Right. Anyways, the stream is still going. So
4-run. They scored 4 runs in the ninth without recording an out.
Damn.
Oh yeah, do you guys want to do a little bit of sports heads? A mini sports heads?
Well, the just asked how's the hockey?
There you go, yeah. How's the hockey, Andrew?
I haven't been watching much hockey.
No.
Lost says the Brewers should change their name to the Bluers.
Oh, the Blowers.
The Blowers.
You think I wasn't what? I'm sure you've been here, Bobby fan.
Whoa. All right, I have an update, Andrew.
Oh.
Let's see. Let me see. 8, 13.
Oh, just a guess says Vegas might win it.
Yeah, well, it looks like the score I have is
already.
Golden Knights 8, Panthers 3. Holy shit. And they're already leading 3-1. So if the Vegas Knights win tonight, they win the Stanley Cup.
8-3. Holy.
So then hockey's over for another while then, eh?
Yeah, a couple months. Yeah, it's 8-3 right now with 5:54 left in the third period. Ooh, that's ugly.
Yeah.
Normally you only get like those 8-goal games when they pull the goalie, Andrew. There's 5:50 left and it's 8-3 already. I think it was a mismatch from the start, bro. The Las Vegas Golden Knights are leading 3-1 in the series, so they're only going to have lost 1 game and probably end up winning the whole Stanley Cup, bro.
Wait a second. You mean they pull the goalie sometimes?
Yeah, they do, Bobby Nick. When the game is like 1 goal, just 1 goal separated, like 2-1 or 1-0, within like the last minute, it is like customary or part of the strategy to pull the goalie. That allows you to put a 6th player on the ice because typically you have 5 guys and a goalie. You can put the goalie on the bench, have a 6th guy out there on offense, but you leave the goal exposed, so all the guys on the ice essentially have to become de facto goalies and don't let it go down there. So
Right.
it's part of the end of game strategy to try to score an extra goal, and it works a lot.
Just wants to know, can they blow the lead, Andrew?
Wow. 8-3 with like less than 5 minutes left. It's going to be hard to blow that lead.
Jeez.
Yeah, that seemed like a mismatch. Like the Boston Bruins ended up being like the top team in the Eastern Conference, but they ended up getting eliminated in the first round by the Florida Panthers, and they made it all the way through to the finals, but they didn't have enough, I guess, for Vegas, Andrew.
Now, I got to ask you guys, as hockey fans, and I'm not, even though I'm Canadian.
I ain't talking about it.
What do you guys think about the low scores? Because that's what I've noticed all my life. You know, there's low goals, like a low amount of goals. So doesn't that interrupt any kind of excitement for the whole game? Like, since it's so periodically that a score actually happens?
Well, it's not as bad as it was probably if you were a younger hockey fan, Bobby Nick. If you were paying attention when you were younger, I would tend to agree that it was probably more 1-0 games or 2-1 games. But as the skill level has picked up, and they've kind of changed the offsides rules a little bit to where they'll delay offsides, the goals have actually increased over the years. So there can be some games like tonight where it's 8-3, and you still have your 1-0 or your 2-1 games also.
I believe I've seen a game where it was like 10-8.
I don't know. Let's see the highest hockey score. Let me see.
I'm plenty of Canadian in other ways.
You're plenty of Canadian in other words, yeah. I know. I don't. He shouldn't say that out loud, Lost, because I don't think you're allowed to say that up in Canada that you live up there and you don't like hockey. So,
Well, you could. Honestly, yeah, you could get yourself beat up.
yeah, you say that in a bar night. Who don't like hockey? Justice says he like. Well, I like 2-1 tight games. There, you like defense? Yeah, you like that. Well, that's what I enjoy about hockey is that you think that the game is already at hand and settled, and then within under a minute, just the game can change. So that's what I really like about hockey, how fast it can change.
I swear, good thing I wasn't watching the Brewers game today. I would have threw stuff somewhere.
I mean, really, I'll be honest with you. The only thing that I've ever found really entertaining about hockey is the fights.
Absolutely. When I was a kid, that's the first thing I wanted to see. I'm like, when they start fighting? For real.
I definitely would have started throwing stuff.
I guess not, Lost. Yeah, because you were supposed to leave half an hour ago, and you're still
Let's do the height.
You need to go. Bye, Lost. See you later, Lost. To the whole
bye,
show.
Lost.
Bye, Lost. Sayonara, Lost. Arrivederci.
Have a good one.
I put a share in there, Andrew. I found the highest scoring hockey game. It was the Edmonton Oilers versus the Chicago Blackhawks.
Now who was the? Oh yeah, Oilers.
Blackhawk. What's the cherry? I heard you guys were serving salad and croutons all up in that ass. There we go. Edmonton Oilers versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks.
December 11th, 1985, huh?
Highest scoring game of the modern NHL era, and it wasn't particularly close. The Oilers scored the first 6 goals of the game before Dennis Savard got the Blackhawks on the board. That's only after the first 6 goals. They'd fight back to get within 2 goals. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And but the Oilers' offensive depth was too much. Was too much to handle. So there's your answer, Andrew. 12-9.
Now, what was Wayne Gretzky already a hockey player at that point?
Sure, he was still a hockey player in 85. Now, that's just the highest, I think, total. What's that, 21 points in general? But I think I saw teams where they scored more than 12. There was one where it was 14, I thought. No, 10. No, maybe that was it. No, there it is. The Buffalo Sabres scored 14 goals. So that's the highest goals by one team. The other stat I gave you was the highest total goals between both teams.
But yeah, I know that a lot of people were pissed off, when the NHL started stealing all of our players and stuff. It was and taking them to America. But
right, and then it's even gone further than that. And now that people think that it's odd to go down to Florida and Texas and Arizona. So hockey has literally started up north in Canada and the northern states, and now it's all over the place in the United States, even in warm weather cities. So yeah, let's see. So the Knights are the Stanley Cup champions, Andrew. Boom.
They are. It's official. It's official, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. What do you think of that, Andrew? What's your take on that one?
Not a good day.
When's the last time? When's the last time the Oilers won anything? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Woo.
I don't know anything about hockey.
No, I don't either. Scott,
I'm saying that. I'm gonna come to your house, Bobby Nick.
But yeah, I mean, I could appreciate the Oilers, but I know if you go up to Calgary, ooh, you mentioned Wayne Gretzky, and holy shit, you know they get busy. They don't like Gretzky up there because there's always been that, you know, the Alberta rivalry, you know, between the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. So, but I was born in Edmonton, so if I had to pick, I would say the Oilers.
Then he became LA.
Psychosocial is here.
What's up, Psychosocial? She checked in yesterday at the end of BF Live Coffee and Pods. What's up?
Now, Scott, you got anything for her?
I don't have nothing.
Nothing.
I thought you were supposed to come. I thought you said psychosocial, something like that.
Yeah, I thought that's
psychosocial. I meant to listen to the song and try to drag, pull something from it, and I forgot.
Right.
Sorry, Psycho.
Eventually you get
Sorry,
it.
Psycho.
Oh, she says she's so offended.
Come back Thursday. Thursday, I'll have it.
Thursday, and he'll have it for you. Psychosocial. But yeah, we appreciate all 13 viewers checking in right now. Now, Andrew, you got anything else in sports for us?
I am so angry.
Oh, why are you angry right now?
The Brewers blew a fucking. They were ahead 5-2.
And they shit the bed.
5-3 they were ahead, and they blew it in the ninth. Scored 4 runs. So now, Bobby Finn,
yo,
here I want to have a little debate here with sports fans in the chat, if there is. Do you think there should be robo-umps?
Robo what?
Robo umps.
Oh, robo umpires?
Yeah.
You're out.
Oh, we got Dirty Dalish back in the house.
No, Scott was on that one.
Yeah.
What are you making, love? What are you making,
What?
love?
She makes love, not war, Andrew.
No.
You know what? I don't know where we're going with this. What, Andrew?
What are you making for dinner?
Oh, I swear I heard you.
Sex. It's what's for dinner.
So, back to my question. Do you think there should be robo umps?
I am a robot.
Let's see, Andrew. I don't know. Got to be all or nothing. They have.
Oh, did you hear
I
that
am
Angel
a robot.
Hernandez is out of a job?
Who is?
Angel Hernandez is
Oh,
not.
that umpire. He's been around a long time. Did they fire him?
I think they did.
Really? I think it's hard to get rid of some of them umpires that's been around a long time.
Man, you guys know the names of all the umpires too?
Yeah, there's some of them that are notorious for like calling balls and strikes, Scott. And you make a good point because umpires should blend in with the woodwork and they shouldn't be famous. But over the years, certain umpires have they've been around a long time. They got a union and they tend to control the game, or they'll call balls and strikes a certain way, and they're notorious. Yeah.
I think they finally fired him, got sick of him, and fired his ass.
I should look him up because there's some of them that they kind of make the game about them.
Is that like the firing of Earl and Dave Hebner from the WWE?
Oh,
they
the
were
Hebner
referees for
brothers.
like a long time.
Uh-oh.
And then they got fired.
Angel Hernandez has worked.
Stephen Bull says, haha, I hear that, Scott.
Stephen Bull.
My Los Angeles says, making for dinner equals sexy time. we're a little confused too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Andrew did sure perk up. Oh, and Psychosocial says she never gets dinner. Damn.
She don't get no dinner.
I don't know if if she's talking about the dinner or a sexual dinner.
Oh.
Could be either one.
Guess who hit the home run of? Guess who hit the home run off of Devin Williams to send everyone home?
Somebody we don't know.
Who did we talk about in previous episodes of Sportsheads for having a bad leg and his contracts going?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
Who
what I
was it,
thought.
Andrew?
That's what I thought.
The ladder. What's up, OJ? I see OJ. What's up, bro? I thought you were almost Cardiff right now.
Yeah, I guess they must be done, and we were stream sniping you guys for a while.
Yeah, we were checking in.
Dirty
OJ.
Day-
What's up?
Yeah, Dirty Dalish says lasagna is sexual for Italians.
Mm-mm.
I would rather.
Oh, there's no filter here.
TMI.
So there is no TMI. No such thing as TMI.
Andrew wants to show Dalish's meatball.
I only have one testicle.
Actually, Andrew wants to share his meatball with Dirty Dalish.
I only have one testicle.
That's right. That's right, folks. Oh, good one.
Boss is
Scott.
doing a terrible job of trying to lead the show.
I know he's still here. He's still here.
I would rub it all over her and then eat it off.
Oh, your own ball? That's what I was
No.
talking about.
The lasagna.
Oh, lasagna. Okay.
Hey, mangia pasta fazool. Let's have some sexual lasagna, baby.
Nothing like some sexual lasagna.
I got the
And then
meat
give
sauce
you-
for you, baby.
Give you some head.
It's a little bit creamy.
You getting hard, Bobby Nick?
Not yet.
Not from the sex, from the food talk.
All right.
I want to hear it from Dalish.
Dirty Dalish just says, all of a sudden, I don't want lasagna for dinner.
I've lost my appetite completely.
Sorry, we ruined your appetite. Miles McGooby says, Scott, I just saw a black figure crawl across your ceiling.
I think I'll be black.
Yeah, you racist.
Is it true that they frown upon people meeting on OnlyFans?
Oh, we're back on that again.
I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah.
So this is code when Andrew's telling you if you meet him through OnlyFans, but you want to hook up with him, he's gonna drop your subscription.
I'm not like saying.
La says, okay. Leaving for realsies now. Adios.
Sure, yeah.
Bye. Later.
Sure,
Bye.
yeah.
Hey, bye, Lost.
Howdy,
See ya.
5,000. Later.
Bye bye.
Arrivederci.
Have a good one.
Check under your bed.
Vaya con Dios.
Check your closet.
Thank you for subscribing.
What I want to know is how do we go from talking about sports to food and then sex?
Because that's
and now,
Andrew.
Of course, it's OnlyFans.
Sports, food, and fucking. It's Andrew's new show coming to the network soon.
Yeah, ciao. That's another one.
SFF. Ciao. Hey, ciao.
Ciao.
Mangia. Pasta fazu. Oh, no. Hey, ciao.
So now, Andrew, now you've heard this from plenty of OnlyFans girls already, right? If you're a OnlyFans subscriber, they cannot meet you in real life, right?
Not even
a hot pocket. No.
Not
nothing.
even. I heard it's not even to like.
Who's gonna tell?
Sorry, Andrew. I can't have sex with you, bro. I would
as
like
long
to,
as
but keep
they're not
subscribing to my page. I would fuck
making
you, but it's not
content.
my rules. Sorry.
As
Sorry,
long
Andrew.
as
what it's for,
they're
$13.99.
not making content and posting it, who gives a fuck?
I don't know who gives a fuck. This is all new to me. You're the one who brought it up with me, and I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know. I've never been on OnlyFans. Haven't looked at their TOS. Well, I was on OnlyFans at one time. I mean, and it was for research though, research purposes.
Yeah, like research.
I'm just curious. Is that girl standard or just?
Who's gonna tell on you? I think that's just something for them to hide behind to keep. For that way, when guys are always saying, "Let's meet," then they can say, "No, it's not allowed."
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
That's right. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
Look who's still here.
Oh, Total BS is going live. Okay, yeah.
Oh shit.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
That's my new favorite sound clip.
I like that one. Yeah.
I just went and found that one.
Now, I think I remember. Wasn't that a response from KC at one point?
Well, it was Steve Langford, the reporter, but yeah, I'm not sure who gives a shit.
I'm pretty sure it was a response.
Who gives a shit?
From
Who gives a fuck?
KC about
gives a
something.
shit? Who gives
I
a-
don't remember what it was, but yeah, that was that was the quote that KC gave.
Really? Because I thought it was when they were trying to get he was harassing that Mike guy, high pitched Mike or whatever, and he was saying yo "Your tango in mi culo" or something like that, which meant your tongue in my ass or something. And he was taunting him with that. And after a while, I think he said something, and they confronted Steve Langford about that. And he's like, "Yeah, I say that. I say mi tango, your tango mi your culo," or something like that. Mi tango your culo. It's against terms of service to arrange meetups in their DMs because that's considered prostitution at the point, and OnlyFans doesn't want to be 100% responsible for hookups. Yeah, Hidden Sneaky, and that's what I told Andrew privately as much. I said that's basically just legal talk, bro, that they're just doing that to cover their ass, that they don't want to know part. If something goes wrong with one of these hookup, they want to be able to say, we told you so. Disclaimer. Yeah.
Now, we've all heard about the what is that other site where people hook up sometimes? And there's been
Grindr?
some murders and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, you know. I think it's actually quite a few sites, I think, where some sick shit has happened.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Miles Magooby says they call Andrew the Giant because he shoots giant ropes out his cock when he sees Dirty Dalish. Right?
Said dirty dishes.
Oh, it did say Dirty Dishes, did not. Yeah. Dirty Dishes, I guess. No invite. You want on, Obnoxious John? I can send you a link.
Hello. Langford's got a big back car. Our shoes again. Like that. Hello. But I never saw something that
Golf shoes.
Hello. Langford's got a big huge cock.
What is that we're listening to right now?
This is when Sour Shoes, like, yeah. 300 phone calls, Frank. If you are his father, Frank. Hello, Frank.
Part of me wishes I would have never subscribed to Emma's Origin.
Can you hear me?
To your parents there.
That's classic.
Hey, please welcome to No Filter for the first time, Obnoxious Joe.
I hear OG.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What's up, bro?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Oh, wait, I gotta turn my YouTube off. I'm getting an echo. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Caller, could you turn your radio down, please?
All right.
Yeah.
Caller,
you would think I've done this before.
Here's the deal, buddy. Turn your radio down, buddy. What's up,
Jesus
dude?
Christ. How you guys doing tonight?
All right, man.
Hey, not too bad.
It's
Not
my
too
first
bad.
opportunity to
Just
be on
chilling.
air and talk to you, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Huge fan of BF Bobby Fran and
Thanks.
all of you guys for that matter.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate
That
that.
means the world to me and us.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Andrew. I have never. You're another guy that I haven't met. I've seen you. Online. I'm a fan of yours also.
Thank you, John.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Now, what's
the
always your
word
next
tonight?
question?
I just heard you guys playing some Sour Shoes stuff. How awesome was Sour Shoes?
Love
Ah,
that.
he was pretty
love
good.
that.
He was
Gosh,
pretty good.
But then you
that's
put
my dream is to book Sour Shoes for a show and do a whole show where he's in character as Baba Booey or one of his many characters he does, and not tell anybody that it's Sour Shoes. How awesome would that be?
Some of the stories they tell when Shuley had the car rides and he acted like Gary the whole time and would go through the toll booths and everything. I mean, it had to be amazing to hang out with him. And the day they had him at the studio and he had like shitloads of props down on the street. I mean, you can just imagine what it is like to deal with that guy.
Well, did you guys see when Langford actually went to his house and did like a day in the life of Sour Shoes?
I did see a little bit of that. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, he's a man child basically.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
Shuley-
he's living with his parent, or at the time, I think he was living with his parents and everything, you know. And
right, I think he still does.
Probably.
One of the last things I've seen him do from his house when I was still listening to Stern was he was doing the streaming from his pool. He had his computer and shit floating on a pool and would be in the pool during the day.
Guess who's
Oh.
back?
Yeah, guess who's back?
Two
Back
guesses and a person
again.
who don't count. And we use that song.
What's
There
up?
he
There
is.
you go.
We got the author of the song, and we got the topic of the song.
That's right.
Oh, man,
That's
I need
right.
Peanut
How
butter
about that?
bologna. I put peanut butter on my bologna.
Ugh.
Peanut butter on
Is
your
that peanut
bologna.
butter, or is that something that you may have wiped from somewhere?
Oh, that's like a redneck racist cup. You put your peanut butter in my bologna. Well, you put your bologna in my peanut butter.
Jake,
You got a
Jake,
redneck Reese cup, damn it.
gotta ask. Let's see the fingers, brother. You got a clean hand, or are you freshly wiped? Yeah, it looks just like you may have cleaned them, but not completely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're
okay,
eating
Jake.
with them.
Eating,
Okay.
you know,
you didn't burn them in fire.
So, Jake, how did you start the whole peanut butter bologna thing?
Just on a whim.
Just on a whim.
Just
Have
on a
you been
whim?
doing that for a long time?
Few weeks.
Oh, just weeks. Okay.
Well, see,
Okay.
my dog was licking peanut butter off of something, and so I broke out a piece of bologna, and well,
Do you have any bread?
Where's your puppet, Tilky?
Oh, I'm not the puppet. That's my partner. I think Tukey had to go to bed. Tukey was tired. We just got off stream with Cardiff Electric, and yeah, it's kind of late. So I'm drinking tonight, so I'm up a little later than usual.
yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
have bread?
We sniped
Jake?
that a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
cool.
We did.
Cool.
We seen you guys had on someone who left, walked out of what's his name show? Forgettable
Chad
guy.
Zumach.
Right, Chad Zumach.
His name
Look
was
at that.
Buddy.
Can't even remember his goddamn name anymore because he's
Yeah,
Look at that,
Buddy.
OJ.
Buddy was the gentleman that walked out with the group of ladies.
Look at that, OJ.
What am I looking at? Oh, Scott the engineer.
Yeah, the original brown fingers.
Yeah,
My
I'm the
lungs
new-
are filled with
I'm-
crud.
I'm the new brown fingers around here.
Brown fingers. Miles Magooby, sweet tea, peanut butter, smeared on bologna. There you go. Southern
Miles
treat.
Magooby.
Southern treat.
Yeah.
It's nice to see
It is.
OJ.
It is nice to see OJ on here.
It was. I gotta say, it was nice to see Dirty Dalish. I had to, after I found out what Dirty Dalish does, for, I guess, for a living, I had to go check out some of her work, and I will just say I was highly impressed.
Like Bobby,
So
Nick,
was I.
research, right?
Yeah, I had to
No.
do it for research purposes, but yeah, I.
And she seems like a sweet girl. I actually sent her a recipe that she cooked. So
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Hey OJ,
wrong
let me
with
ask you. I've been curious. I thought after DabbleCon, we saw you briefly on air. Have you ever showed your face on air?
sure, yes.
I thought
I
after
have.
DabbleCon I saw you real quick, but then you kind of went back to using the picture all the time.
Well, I was working with a fella named Kevin Dumbfuck, and we would have,
Yeah.
I think we were notorious for having technical issues.
Okay.
And so there was quite a few times where I popped up on camera. And then, of course, at DabbleCon, Mr. El Horrible was
Yeah.
doing a live stream, and I was drinking Coors all day. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll come on camera. So that was probably, that was the first time I actually was on
That's what I
camera on
thought.
purpose. The deal is, if anybody gives a shit, when I first started dabbling, I was in the medical profession, and I was kind of worried about maybe some
Right.
repercussions or
Yeah.
something like. Now I don't give a shit. But the other part of that is I'm not trying to be a celebrity, like get my hey, look at me, everybody. I'm doing this for fun,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey, OJ.
Sure. Yes, Jake.
Have you seen what Muttering John is talking about? Like Stuttering John, is doxing people that he works with.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of doxing. I don't think Muttering Jay is actually a big fan of doxing, and thank God I'm on Muttering Jay's good side. I'm hoping to stay on his good side, so I will never. I don't think I'm gonna ever say anything disparaging about Muttering Jay. I think even if I wasn't on his good side, I'd be a liar if I said he doesn't do excellent investigative reporting. So, very similar to who you guys were just talking about earlier, Steve Langford.
Steve Langford's got a big, huge guy.
I'd like to compare Muttering Jay to Steve Langford. He is the bulldog reporter of our universe.
Yeah, I see his tweets.
Steve Langford has a huge penis.
Steve Langford has a big, huge cock. Oh yeah. Look, my lost interest. He supposedly left 10 minutes ago. He says, "Oh sure, I leave and OJ makes an appearance."
Right? Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes, Lost. I don't know.
Can't quit on my lost interest. You're right. You can't quit. Can't quit you, man. I love you, man.
Dirty Dalish, feel free to send me more recipes, OJ. I'm still not over how delicious that last recipe was. I had my mom try it. Awesome. Hell yeah.
All right, so what was it? What'd you make?
Brajol.
Brajol. Hey, the brajol over here.
Yeah, a little brajol. I gave her a nice, quick, simple recipe.
All right. Our dog had her tail doxed. Not the kind of doxing we're talking about.
That was a horrible day, Lost. Now, are you? Do you like Italian dishes, OJ?
Do I like Italian dish? Yes, seeing that I am a Dago, growing up in a Dago household. Yes, I grew up eating a lot of Italian dishes.
Yeah. Hey, OJ.
Gabagool.
OJ, I have you done the other By the Way songs? Because I heard there's like a few By the Way songs.
I'm out of respect for Mr. BF Bobby Fran, who is still in tight, I believe, with the Shuli Network. I'm not going to say anything too negative. But I am not involved. Jake, I am not involved with any of the other By the Way songs, and not because I made it, but yours is the best. It's simply because you are the one on the song.
I totally agree with that.
Read the name that I came in under. The best of the best of the Shuli Network.
If they're going to incorporate the By the Way thing, I think they should incorporate Jake's voice into.
That's what it made it great. I think that's what people, I think it's been. I will say this: I think Mike Morse is a talented
Andrew, do you need
fella
muted,
with
buddy?
his-
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Okay.
with his parodies. But I think that's what everybody loved about it. It wasn't how much time was put into it. It was the fact Mike Morse can spend hours doing those songs, and they're great. I'm not gonna say anything negative about that. I think he does a wonderful job. Uncle Rico Show song is awesome, but with the he can spend hours making these By the Way songs. But it took me 10 minutes to make that song. And the reason people love it is because you are on it, Jake. That's the whole key.
Yeah.
People don't care that people are saying "by the way." It's the fact that Jake says "by the way." That's what makes it so great.
I love how you make it echo and everything. I like the effect that you put on it. But look, without shitting on anybody, we can talk about this a little bit, because I have noticed that I really appreciate you, because you are so really supportive of me, and you know that I'm a fan of Shuli and the network and all. But I can also tell that you have your differences with the Shuli Network, and I understand that part of the reason maybe they're doing that with the song might be because of that relationship.
No, the song has absolutely nothing to do with that. They stopped playing that song simply because I'm not a fan of theirs anymore. So
so they're not promoting you.
Oh, hey, Bobby Fran.
No, wait. I just gotta say, promoting me. No, I never asked for any promotion.
Indirectly, I meant by playing your stuff. I didn't mean it, directly.
Yeah, right. And I don't think I got really any credit from them either, which I never really asked for.
Bobby Fran.
Well, I think it's important. I think it's a really good song. I know I was watching the show, I think the day that Jake was on there, and you made it like later that afternoon or probably the next day and all. And so I know that it was truly inspired by what happened and all. So I'm a big fan of it, and I always drop your name when I play it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And by the way, you don't have to do that. I'm not looking for any credit.
OJ,
I think it's only right.
OJ, when I played that song on one of my fan mails, that fan mail is now on Rumble. I always say the music was made by OJ.
Oh, I appreciate that. But again, Jake, I'm not looking for any credit. I made it for the fans of Jake. I didn't make it for myself. And
By the way, we're sorry.
That's what's good about it, is that you made it because you are a fan and you saw that moment and you captured it. You weren't trying to go, hey, I'm going to do a quirky thing here. You heard a thing and you ran with it. And I love that true inspiration.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was a huge fan of the network, and I was just trying to help out whatever way I could. If I heard something that, especially if somebody was singing or something like that, and then I would just jump on it and send it to them.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm streaming I'm streaming the stream right now. I'm restreaming it.
It's all good, Jake. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, do you care to talk about why you and the network aren't like meshing right now or getting along, or would you rather not talk about that?
Oh, no, not there. Yeah, no problem. It's
Ray
just the
DeVito's
fact.
going live.
Of course he is.
No, it's just it just boils down to Shuli's lies. It started with their treatment of Ray DeVito. I just didn't appreciate how they were trying to treat Ray, and them lying about Ray, trying to put Ray in a bad light. Okay, sure, Ray isn't the brightest bulb.
No,
easy target. I think they kind of changed their tune after Pottstown with Ray. I feel like they were going to let everybody go, not just you guys, but Ray DeVito was gone too until Pottstown happened. Now they have content with Ray, and they're going to use Ray, and they're going to milk him as far as they can milk him until it's dry. And then you mix in this producer Joe character and the lies he's been telling. And you mix that in with Shuli gaslighting his audience and lying to his audience about that whole situation. You mix that all together and you just kind of realize, like, wow, this guy is just a liar. Shuli is just a liar, plain and simple. And
I definitely get the sense that he's overwhelmed with the network and all. I definitely get that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh,
And as
by
far
the
as
way,
like, I know you guys are covering like the poster gate and everything. You guys still covering that with Bedazzler?
Yeah, that's all just.
By the way,
it is fun because I got to say that I bought the ticket real early and I didn't even know there was a poster attached to it until I heard you guys like busting on it. And I'm like, okay, well, what's all this poster shit about?
By the way, disclaimer, guys. Anything that OJ is saying is his opinion, not opinion of the Bobby Friend channel. No Filter with Andrew and Friends or Jake Hudson. Don't be offended.
Thanks for the disclaimer, Captain Obvious. There you go.
No. Obviously,
People are allowed to come on with opinions. Yes.
Oh yeah. No, I like talking
I'm
about
worried
this
because I'm part of the Shuli network and I'm like.
No, Jake, don't worry. It has no. This is all me. OJ by himself. We all have different opinions, and that's what's wonderful.
And that's what I really like about you, bro, is that because I can tell that you have like your issues or whatever, and you know that I have an association, and you know that I like Shuli, but you're still supportive of me, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, dude. I became a huge fan of the. I was busting balls in your chat saying, "Oh, I didn't hear of you until you left Shuli." But the fact is, I did see you on Shuli, but it wasn't until after you left, and I kind of just stumbled upon the Coffee and Pod show, and I was like, "Wow, this is the perfect morning show."
Yeah,
I would listen
thanks,
to you guys all morning.
Yeah, you've said that a lot of times, and because of the things that you say, and you kind of encourage me or inspire me to go, hey, this can be more than just Coffee and Pods, and so I'm kind of trying to evolve it into more of a rounded morning show, and a good part of that, it has to do with your kind of your suggestion and kind of motivation, telling me that it might be good every day like that.
Dude, you got the energy, and people want to hear that energy in the morning. You might be lagging, hard to get up, get to work, or whatever you're doing in the morning, and you hear someone like you with that energy, and it gets you it gets you going.
That's cool, man. I appreciate that.
I think you do great, and I'm surprised to find out that you weren't in broadcasting. This is like the first time you've done something like this.
Yeah, really. Other than this, my only mic skills were like I DJ'd for like 10 years. I was like a party DJ or whatever. So that's any confidence with the mic. That's where I got that from. But as far as podcasting, no, it's only all been on here for like.
You are a natural. You're a natural.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And I don't always see myself in that light, but it helps me when people tell me that, and it kind of encourages me. So thank you.
Sure. And you got a great cast got a great crew. I think you guys all just have a good chemistry. And again,
Yeah.
I want to see you more in the mornings. I'd love that.
Well, OJ, we've actually been working together for a lot longer than people might know. It's been probably about a year
Almost
and a
2 years
half
now. We started out on another
almost 2
podcast.
years
We all
now,
got
yeah.
together on you could say it was on a podcast called TGB. We all kind of met on there, and we learned how to do podcasts and produce together. I mean, Bobby Nick is a hell of a producer. He was just a fan guy, and we just get on here and grind on the gear every day. And he would produce, and we call and collaborate, and that's why we're here right now. And a big part of it all started with Bobby Nick and Andrew and the fellas.
Yeah, sure. Bobby Nick, I'm very familiar with. I know him from the Backyard Boys and
BYB, and we that other guy's gone now, so you can come back into the chat if you want.
Absolutely. I actually just checked out to Stevie and B-Rad. I was watching that for
B-Rad
today.
with Stevie, yeah.
Yes. But I am back around all those channels. Yes, I left because of a particular fella. I just didn't want to be around, and at the same time, I didn't want to take away any of his quote-unquote safe spaces. So, but yeah, now that fella's not around anymore, I'm glad to be back around a lot of these places. And Bobby Nick and I are in a Discord with Little Lemmy. That's one of my favorite places. I'm so glad to be back there. So, yeah.
And OJ, we actually just created a Discord for No Filter. And I can definitely send you an invite to that.
Yeah, send it. I'll join it, brother.
Okay, cool. Right on. Yeah, it's been pretty popping. We just created it 4 days ago, I think.
Okay, I gotta ask, what happened to Andrew?
Your guess is as good as ours, because I've never seen this happen before.
Like normally after he's stuffed and cuffed in his bed, as we like to say, he's typically there the rest of the night. But
for some reason they have put his computer desk against the wall. It looks like.
I think he dropped something beside his bed, and then they moved it, and I think he needed something else after that.
I don't know. Yeah. And he's muted now, so.
Oh, so you can't hear him beating his ass.
Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff.
Hey, wait. Is that a DabbleCon poster behind you, OJ? I just noticed that.
Yes, that is a DabbleCon poster, a Who Are You podcast poster, a Be Dabbling Live poster, an OJ poster, and you cannot see above the Mud Shark helmet, but there's a Cardiff poster, and yes, still the Uncle Rico show poster.
So you're still kind of in the camp. You're just pushing it off to the side. So you did get your DabbleCon poster, I see then, right?
I did. I actually didn't get any swag from DabbleCon, other than the VIP.
The only reason why I say it's a DabbleCon is I see Chrissy Mayer's beautiful faces on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just so excited. I was just so excited for there he is for DabbleCon that I was tuning in for streams that were covering kind of the after effects, and that's when I first really got to know Bedabbler. So that's when I first became familiar with Bedabbler, and I really enjoyed his streams after DabbleCon because he was really like the only one that was covering it. And I think didn't like Kevin Dumbfuck walk in and out and he cussed them out in that time or something? It was like a whole thing.
Oh yeah, it was.
I gotta say though, that was it was like a, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, maybe a minute long confrontation, and it wasn't really there. It was just kind of like an FU,
Yeah.
and then that was it. So, and that was the worst thing that happened that whole wonderful weekend, as far as like anything bad going on at the event.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, I think he came up during his live and he's like, "What's up, bro?" He's like, "No, bro, I don't want nothing fucking to do with you." Like, fuck, yeah, it was like, and he like sent him on his way, and that was it. So that's good to hear that was the worst that come of it, because I know it got talked about for like at least a month after DabbleCon.
And by the way, Jake, I know it's so confusing, but the show is B Dabbler, and that is El Horrible that you met.
Yes,
I know it's confusing.
B Dabbler, El Horrible, Tukey.
Sorry, I had to take a piss.
That's all good.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
As long
Okay.
as you didn't take mine.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean
shit.
that Kevin Dumbfuck guy, he kind of really fucked himself out of a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't want to talk anything bad about the guy. I didn't do it when that whole thing happened, and I've tried to just stay away from it. And I hope he, I really do. I truly hope he's all right and doing well in whatever he's doing.
I've seen him do occasional pod every now and then since then, but not a whole lot, right?
From what I've seen on the Discords, I think he basically nuked his channel.
Yeah.
I think he may just only be on Twitch. I don't
That's a
know. I
possibility, yeah.
haven't followed any of that stuff in a while.
Neither have I. Not him anyway.
That's crazy. Yeah, so you went to DabbleCon, I went to Pottstown, so we have that going on. But I guess you froze your ass off up there, huh, Rochester?
Yeah, but I think I was so drunk that the cold didn't even matter.
Now, did you get to do the hang with Bob and Shuli outside when they're smoking and all that shit?
Hung with everybody. Yeah. Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
Cool dude. Hilarious. Chrissy Mayer, a sweetheart. Everybody was very approachable and personable. Yeah, I smoked some weed with Bob.
There you go.
Smoked cigarettes with Shuli. I met everybody that was out there. You didn't even need the VIP ticket.
That is the best thing about them guys, because they're not VIP guys. They will talk and schmooze to everybody. And it is true that I didn't see, there was no strict VIP thing that went down in Pottstown. It was kind of, the show ended and it was kind of a free for all. They were kind of like, we don't want to be these VIP guys. We want to love everybody. But if you're going to love everybody, maybe you should have just done that from the start or something. I don't know. But,
yeah, I agree. Like I said, we're just kind of busting balls on our show with the whole Postergate thing, but there really are some people that are upset about that false advertising, if you will.
Yeah, I've heard and I watch you guys, and there are some, but yeah, I mean, there are definitely things that could have probably gone better. Like I heard some people saying there, which I didn't really realize at the time, there really were no like merch tables set up there.
It's just that's something else that's kind of amazing to me. Is Shuli has done so many. Okay, sure. I don't know how many shows he's ran, but he's been on the road doing these. When they had the Hack Pack, the Whack Pack, whatever they were called, going on. He has seen what's put into doing a show, and it just makes me wonder: is it incompetence, or is he lying?
This is where the overwhelm thing, I think, comes in. I think this whole network idea happened like similar, and I don't know why they would decide to let's do a live show while we're trying to build a network. But to me, my impression is it seemed like those two things happening at once, something was going to suffer from it. And it seems like maybe
what is there to be overwhelmed about, though? I mean, how long? I mean, didn't he have months to plan this out?
That is true, and maybe it wasn't delegated.
5 producers.
Go ahead. Yeah, because I have heard people say that. Right, obviously Shuli wouldn't be involved for ordering a poster, but yes, he should have delegated that issue to someone to take care of for him. So maybe it was a matter of the things just didn't get delegated or handled right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's running. Honestly, I'm not saying that like to be a jerk. I'm just like, does he just show up for the shows like when they do their live streams and, hey, I'm going to hire a producer. Hey, just let me know what we got to do, and just shows up? Or is he actually in charge? I don't see him with a pad and a pencil like, okay, we're doing this, doing that.
Right, and he should hire, if he's not going to do it, he should hire somebody to do it. Like they almost need like a business manager. Like that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's kind of getting too big for his britches, as they say, and you kind of need somebody to wrangle all this shit for you.
Which I believe they probably already have people there that could do that. They got 5 producers.
Yeah.
Mike Morse.
Mike Morse. Yeah, like I heard somebody suggest that he could have been involved with the posters since he really doesn't do a whole lot other than that.
And he's an artist, right?
Yes,
so
very good artist. Matter of fact, if you see my armchair comic animation and all, I commissioned Mike Morse to draw that for me. So on my YouTube page, I used Mike Morse. So yeah, he's a very good artist.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like it starts and ends with Shuley, so he needs to get his shit together.
Yeah, I think it's kind of more like the cart before the horse. The ideas were put out there, but maybe the organization and the planning wasn't as strong as the ideas. I do
like
kind of see that, and it didn't really ruin the show
planning.
for me, but there were definitely big hiccups in the show.
Yeah. Well, didn't they lose about a third of the audience before the show got started?
I was there, so I have an opinion. My opinion is that most people, we just went out and tailgated, bro. Now, some people might have just booked off the parking lot, and I don't know about that. Might be a thing, but people did come back in. It was kind of a real loose vibe where people were kind of coming and going. But I won't doubt that some people might have been there, enough.
I mean, we saw the pictures of turnout, and it didn't seem like, I think that was the excuse that was used by people, was that a lot of people left because they just were fed up with the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And it seems like most of the people were there for Perry.
Yeah, the Perry crowd definitely reminded me of the Stern crowd. They were raucous, and it was almost like a wedding, bro. Like all the Perry people were like on the left-hand side of the aisle, and all like the Shuley Show people were on the right-hand side. And it was definitely a little bit of, you could definitely tell the difference, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have had a great time had I gone, but I'm glad I didn't. I'll just say that.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm very grateful to Shuley because he might not be a perfect person, and you may well be right about some of the things that you suggest about him, but just the fact that he was
breaking news for your network, not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I am in the process of a Shuley Lies deep dive.
Oh shit.
Oh
shit. There you go.
I'll give you one right now where he
Go ahead.
promised perks for Patreon and channel members. Now, I don't think that happened.
Patreon and channel. I'm a Patreon member, so I don't know.
Did you get any perks for buying a ticket? Well,
No,
You
not that I
promised
can recall.
something for me, but that never happened either.
Oh, you might have to contact Vince the lawyer, Andrew the Giant.
1-800-VINCE.
So yeah, I'm in the process of kind of just going through, trying to find where he invited Ray to either come to hang on the show or actually invited Ray to do the show.
Well, that was interesting because the way I remembered, I know Joe and Ray were talking, and he was like, "I'm sure you could come. You could come." See, that's what the part of the problem is. All of this kind of loose podcast talk, and all of a sudden, if you say it to Ray, it's down in storm. Like I got a gig, I got a room because I brought it up on a fucking podcast, and I don't think that's always the case,
Yeah, I mean, again, Ray is not the brightest bulb, but if someone told me that they had a house, I would have the same opinion that Ray had. I would have packed my blanket and thought, like,
Big
hey,
blanket.
I got a floor or something to crash on.
Yeah, Bob did suggest. I did see like the MLC when Ray was on there that day. He goes, "We got a house. You could probably crash on the floor or whatever." So yeah, but the fact that those things didn't connect, that's kind of Ray, right?
And producer Joe telling him, "No, you can't stay at the house." I mean, that's just some slimy shit that I would never do to anybody.
Yeah, and once again, it just goes back to there's no one key person going, okay, well, Ray is here and we have a house. It's like it's all this kind of loose thinking, and like if you don't talk to the right person, you get fucked and you get left out in the cold, quite literally, I guess.
Right. Would you do that to someone, Bobby Fran? Whether let's say it wasn't clear, you had no idea. So, like, let's say me, I was like, oh shit, I thought I had a place.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made,
dude.
I definitely wouldn't have made the effort to give him the key beforehand, based on the fact that if you called me the day of the show, but I would probably have definitely said, "Hey, bro, come on back and at least crash on the floor for the night."
Thank you. I mean, that's my point. The whole thing, like, dude, at least and I think Bob mentioned that also, which kind of got skipped over. People didn't pay too much attention to, but Bob called out producer Joe for that. It's like, hey, why didn't the guy have a fucking place to stay? I don't know if I could swear on this channel. Sorry. Why didn't the guy have a place to stay? On,
no filter.
He couldn't sleep on the floor. Like what's going on here? You know, like so.
Right, and see, Bob made that kind of loose promise on MLC, and then I guess he thinks that the right people are going to hear it, and he's just magically going to appear. So maybe Bob should have been the one if he made that loose promise to go, look, I promised this guy a place on the fucking floor.
Again, even if they didn't know about it, right? You don't leave someone stranded in the middle of the night. I just think that's shitty.
Yeah, it was just weird. Like I said, it's just like I think it's more than he can handle, and then if you can't handle it and you have nobody organizing, I guess that's what you get now. But yeah.
So yeah, that's basically. I guess that wraps up my beef with Shuli. So and the network, I'm still a big fan of Bob. But yeah, I'm not. I just refuse to watch anything that they're doing on that network at this moment in time.
Yeah, it was a tough thing to navigate, bro, because if you just been kind of just watching me a little bit, you can tell that I'm a fan of the Shuli Network, and I got my start in podcasting by him being receptive to my chats and him and Iso throwing them up. So I'm always going to be, kind of loyal to him for that reason.
I understand that. Iso was always really good to me. Also, Iso's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if it wasn't for Shuli, TGB never would have started. So we
all kind of know each other because of Shuli.
I wouldn't be a thing. I wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
And Shuli brought Andrew in on his news when he first made the conversion over from Stern to podcasting. He saw Andrew out there on Instagram and had him part of the Shoes team, and also that's kind of we'll always kind of be a little,
Well, okay, you know what, Andrew? Because of you, I'm thankful for Shuli for finding and discovering Andrew the Giant.
There you go.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm thankful to be here, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Andrew, everybody loves you, man. You're great. You are truly Andrew the Giant, the great giant.
Yeah, he is.
If I wasn't doing this, I'd be bored as fuck all fucking day.
No, but what I was going to continue on saying is that it is kind of weird in that Shuli gave us an opportunity to be on the Shuli Network, which is kind of neat because me and Andrew just started this show from nothing. But it is kind of a weird transitional phase in there, kind of like, well, okay, we tried it, but we don't like you now, but I'm still trying to be a fan. So that is a weird place for me to be, bro, and I'm still trying to negotiate that. But
yeah, hey, we all think differently, and yeah, I wouldn't have discovered you if it was. There you go again. I wouldn't have discovered BF Bobby Fran if it wasn't for Shuli. So. Yeah, he's done some good things. It's not all bad, but lately I just, it just is what it is.
Well, it's cool, man. I appreciate all your support, and I definitely much. Let's see. I was looking at these chats in here. I see Dirty Dalish has a big one up. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, regardless of what you fault Ray for, if you are setting up a show and someone that is associated with your production shows up, you should feel an obligation to take care of them. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, everybody got invited to stay at that house. I mean, I think even KB, not Kevin Brennan, the KB we all know and love from the chat, was invited to stay there. KC was invited to stay there. Vince the attorney was invited to stay there. It's just shitty. It's just, you don't treat people like that. That's just, I don't roll that way.
Well, and I know that night, Bob had already left. I think I heard. And there would have been room.
Right.
Yeah, that was.
So that was something I put a clip together. I never put it on my channel, but we covered it on B Dabbler. I found a clip of Joe, producer Joe, that is, lying to Ray. Oh, Ray, had I known that Bob wasn't going to be there, you definitely would have had a place to stay. And then later, Bob came on and called out Joe and said, well, wait a minute. I told you 2 o'clock at 2 o'clock that day. You guys were standing all out there, and I told you I wasn't going to be there later, so you knew. And the little weasel, producer Joe, had nothing to say and just slowly took his headset off.
Yeah, because Bob didn't want to catch the heat for that, and he's like, "No, motherfuckers! I told you that day at 2 o'clock that I was leaving." So Yeah,
Yes.
I remember hearing Bob say that, so you are accurate about that.
And Bob, had Bob been there, Bob he's got a great soul. He's just a good human being, and he never would have left Ray stranded.
Mm-hmm.
In my humble opinion.
I don't think so either. I mean, he had High Pitch Eric live at his house for quite a while.
Who's
High Pitch? So I don't think he would have had a problem with letting Ray sleep on his floor or some shit like that in the house,
Right.
The Hidden Sneak has a comment. They didn't want to invite Ray because he would have cramped their vibe. LOL.
Yeah, that's the truth. Probably they were.
That's probably is the truth. Yeah.
It's just be honest. I'm all about honesty. I'm not a big fan of. Sure, we all tell little lies, little white lies here and there, but I'm not a big fan of lying. It's a turn off to me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They could have been a little more honest with the guy. They did kind of, say that
I just noticed that we lost Jake.
his way in. Oh, yeah, he's been gone for a while, but I'm sure he'll be back. I mean, it is what it is. Stormy says, Ray has the gift of gab. Maybe that's why. Well, is it a gift? I don't know.
See, I think Ray is funny, and as a matter of fact, I think the way that Shuli was trying to treat Ray from the beginning like a lolcow just backfired on him every time. Now I know people have different perspectives on that, but I feel like Ray is very quick-witted with his comebacks, and every single time Shuli would try to quote unquote like dog him, Ray would hit him with a gut shot that was hilarious. But Shuli is he's very good at gaslighting his audience and moving on. And so yeah, I appreciate Ray as a comedian. Again, I've said it before. I don't think he's the brightest bulb, and he's a little eccentric and a little different. Yeah. But I think he is maybe the only true stand-up comedian in the whole bunch.
So let's talk about last Thursday when Ray was supposed to appear on a BS with Elise. Were you aware of that one?
Sure.
And he didn't show up. So do you feel, based on what you know about Ray, that was a calculated move, or he was just trying to avoid shrapnel because he saw some kind of post about Elise is going to confront Ray and he was kind of turned off by that? What do you think about that?
Ray is very spiteful. He's a very spiteful man.
Yeah.
And I know people that are close to him, and it's not just one person. He's a little different off air than he is on air. And I feel like, yes, that was out of spite that he does some things like that.
I think he Kaiser Soze'd. I think he's very measured, and he knew that any heat from the Elise and Ray thing, he did not want to share on the BS show. He wanted that shit for his show. That was my personal opinion. So I was just wondering what you thought about that.
Yeah, but I also feel like he felt a little betrayed by all parties involved, and he probably held back a lot of things that he could have exposed people for, which he decided not to do. So Ray, yes, Ray is smarter, I think, than people give him credit for.
Yeah, then he plays off. But it is true that we were Ray fans like kind of early on, and the only reason I knew about Ray was because of Bob Levy, and anything that Bob Levy does, we would jump in. And then Bobby Nick would send me a link, hey, he's doing this Rock Bottom podcast, and he would literally have like single digits, and Bob would kind of give him the business and all. So it's amazing to see how he really has grown his show, but I don't know how many people are laughing at him or with him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's probably more people laughing at Ray. We are, of course, the Ray Tards. Because he's a goofball. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's a strange man. There's not many people like Ray. He's fascinating. You know,
Right. Hey, Kyoto.
Or yeah. For what he doesn't, for the things he doesn't grasp, and then in other ways he seems very measured, like with the Elise thing, where he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah, exactly. He's very strange. He's very naive and dumb in many ways that we are not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when it comes to especially comedy, you know, I mean, I'm not saying he's the greatest comedian alive, but I truly believe he's the best real comic in probably our whole universe.
He's trying to stay out of the negative lane. I will say that. You know, he's trying to make all his humor is kind of like based on him and his.
Well, you got to
relationship
understand,
with life.
you know, I mean, I'm sure you do. Being a comedian, and this has probably been brought up before. It's all about networking. You don't want to piss anybody off. So he's like 50 years old, and that's what he's done this whole time. He's been nice to people. Like you never know who's gonna make it and who can help you out. So you always want to be nice to people, and that's what you do when you network. So Ray has instilled that and brought it over to this podcasting world. And you mix that with not really understanding the internet and trolls and how all that works. Yeah.
And that's what was so funny when he got the Aaron from Steel Toe interview, is that you could tell he really didn't grasp the interview that he had in hand. And I think that's part of what precipitated the whole evolution of Joe coming out from the shadows and everything.
Well, that's what precipitated OJ becoming a huge or the opposite of a fan of, let's say, of Joe.
Yeah, I know that was a big turning point for a lot of people when Joe emerged from the shadows. Yes.
Yeah.
And I still don't know what he brings, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of stepped in and kind of steered that interview that day, and ever since it's been the Ray.
Did he steer it or hijack it?
Well, he did, and he was kind of he said that Shuli gave him orders to do so. Let's see. So
well,
I don't doubt that.
Again, there you go. More fault on Shuli's shoulders.
Yeah, he did. He fully admitted that. And they said we told Joe that if Ray stumbles with this thing to emerge, so I think Shuli will cop to that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Again, Shuli. No offense, Andrew, because you're the gem that he found. But other than Andrew, Shuli does not really have an eye for talent. He's a guy that thinks Tan Mom is a big draw.
I'm a bigger draw than.
Absolutely, Andrew. Absolutely.
Oh my God! Did you see that picture of her recently where she blended in with that chocolate?
Really? Really,
Oh my
OJ?
God.
Really,
Oh, he's back again for the 7th time.
Really, OJ?
What, Jake? What are you talking about?
Shuli, I'm on the Shuli network too.
Yes, but okay, Jake.
I have no talent.
No. You are one of the many that Shuli has poached from the MLC show. So, you know, Kevin Brennan was the one that really discovered you in our universe.
Aaron Emholt.
Well, yes, we're all aware of Aaron, but I'm talking about, you know, as far as our universe, Aaron is kind of in it, but Kevin Brennan was the one that
anyway.
Kevin Brennan was the one that popularized you, and Shuli, like he does with everybody else, steals MLC's guests.
No,
Hey John, let me OJ, let me ask you this question about the whole Aaron Emholt thing and how that all started, because my whole thing is that Bob introduced us to the Steel Toe show, and we kind of watched it and we tried to roll with it and get along with it, and it's okay. I mean, he does good, but he seems like a big fish in a small pond. He's good for the Minnesota market.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I think he overstepped his bounds when he kind of made that kind of indirect kind of threat to Bob Levy about you better get away. All
that was
shit.
I feel like that was bullshit. I feel like he came on the next day, explained himself, And for
Yeah.
whatever reason,
Yeah.
Bob didn't want to accept the apology. I think that was all horse shit. I
You
feel
know-
like Gina Levy had something to do with that. Which she had, I think that's been forgotten
By the
about.
way-
But she put a tweet out that about Steel Toe being a charlatan and this and that. And
Yeah.
I think that kind of changed Bob's mind about Steel Toe. I
Yeah.
think had she not done that, Bob is a forgiving man and he would have
Can,
moved
can,
on.
can I say
Well,
something?
and he
You're
already, I
probably
mean, it's
right.
already came out that Bob apparently had quiet little texts with Aaron after the blow up had died down and everything. And somebody called Bob out on that and said, "Hey, is this true that you were texting with Aaron Emholt and saying like everything is cool?" And he was like, "Yeah, basically I did." So you're right. I mean, Bob doesn't want none of this stuff, but I just
No.
think it just got carried away because I think Aaron is kind of like the big fish in the small pond. And I think he overstepped, kind of stepping the Bob a little bit.
I think Aaron shoots himself in the foot a lot. I think that Aaron had an audience before the Dabbleverse, and he
Yep.
still has an audience after. I think he makes statements and things that just he's an idiot sometimes. You know, and I think we're all guilty of saying and doing stupid things online. But
For sure.
Well, my whole thing is I felt he tried to inject himself in this whole DabbleCon thing. I never felt that really Aaron and April had any horse to back in that race, but they wanted the heat that they saw coming from this whole DabbleCon
that
thing.
was
But
the beginning of the end, if you will, for them in the Dabbleverse, was them backing out of DabbleCon. That hurt them tremendously.
it did, and I told Stormy I never thought that they were actually going to go to DabbleCon. My thought all
I
along
knew
is that
they
they just
wouldn't.
wanted this heat
I knew
off
they
of
wouldn't.
what was going on.
I knew they wouldn't because they wouldn't leave Minnesota. They never leave. The only time they leave Minnesota is to go to Vegas once a year for their anniversary.
All right, Kyoto Whisker says Aaron's talented. He got a bad rap over that situation. Doesn't mean he's not arrogant and douchey, though. That's all of the above. I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree too.
By the way, remember our
By the
rule-
way-
I thought we had a rule that all the people that are on the board here has to be on camera. By the way,
Well, when someone is anonymous in their podcasting, though, then they can stay anonymous.
sorry, OJ.
No, you're okay, Jake.
Oh, I see. Did Bob owe Aaron an apology, though? I don't know that he apologized. Did he apologize necessarily, or I think he was
No.
just kind of wanted to smooth things over and say, "Hey, maybe
Yeah.
it was an apology." I don't really know.
No, I just meant that Aaron like flat out said that Bob owed him an apology, and I couldn't figure out what for.
That is true. I remember when when he said that statement after it was found that it wasn't Steel Toe or his people that went to and attacked Chad in Tampa. Then Aaron was on the air for vindication from all sides, going, "That's right, I didn't do it, and I told you I didn't do it, and by golly, Bob Levy owes me an apology too." That was kind of all wrapped up.
Hey,
in that.
can I say something? By the way, Aaron
No.
did apologize.
By the way-
Bob Levy.
By the way-
Go ahead, Jake.
I'm not the only one playing with sounds tonight.
By the way, Aaron did accept my apology about what happened, and also Chrissy Mayer. I was in Chrissy Mayer's street. I gave $2.10 to Chrissy today. Said, "Hey, Chrissy and Alex, love the show."
And Chrissy just got married, right, in Vegas. I saw a lot of her Vegas.
No.
wedding
She
pictures.
she didn't get married.
She
I
didn't?
hope not. That was
Hey,
just
she look-
that was just engagement. That's just a bridal shot.
You sure about that? All right. I thought I saw her in a wedding dress at some point.
No, the husband wasn't. Frank Pellegrino wasn't there. It was all the girls doing like a wedding thing.
Okay.
It was someone else's wedding that she went to. Hey,
Ellis has a big comment.
hey, by the way, guys, it's by the way, 2 minutes until the top of the hour. If you got somewhere you got to go, like bed, you got 2 minutes to get there.
That's right. Dirty Daily says, "Oh, because Aaron texted Bob starting a little fight, saying he should be careful about doing MLC. I think Bob talked about it, saying he didn't care, and
Steel Toe wanted an apology.
yeah, I remember when that text happened because that shit popped off right while Aaron and April were actually being interviewed by BYB. I was on that show, and during that show, I was getting clips from Stormy of Bob
Yeah.
Levy going off on Out of the Coffin on
Yes,
Aaron.
I did a deep dive on all of this because of the situation. I was watching it in like real time happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that was crazy because I was on camera with these people, and it was like, whoa.
I think
what's
something
going down
everybody's
now?
forgetting about is Chad is the center of probably all of the beefs
Sure.
in the Dabbleverse.
Absolutely.
Well, I wouldn't dispute that one for sure.
And then to get back to the whole Bob and Aaron thing, that was where Aaron effed up was, Bob, when a couple days, our attorney is going to be talking about this and that. We just
Yeah.
didn't want, that information never came out.
That's right. It was a veiled threat, right?
It was a
And that was the
veiled
problem
threat, and
with
then
it.
nothing ever happened.
And Bob kind of smelled it all along, and I think that's why he got the attitude, because he thought, "Hey, this guy's trying to twist my fucking arm, like he's trying to strong arm me."
Sorry.
You know? Look
Sorry
at Jake
about
with
that.
the steel toe shit. Yeah, but it's all good. I mean, it's all podcasting, and whatever Bob wants to accept or forgive or whatever, that's
Sorry.
all on him. But that was just my impressions at the time. Is that steel toe really seemed to be kind of insert themselves in this stream that they really didn't fit in.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that?
By the way-
I went in and edited out in
What's up,
black box. That had the Twitch logo on the Twitch link on it. I black boxed it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, okay, I see.
I went in black boxed it because it's not a working link anymore. By the way,
It's not valid. It's not
Hotbox
valid
it,
anymore,
huh?
right?
By the way, Steel Toe, YouTube.com/Steel Toe Morning Show.
What's up, guys?
Sorry.
I'm not saying that I started the whole like topic of the whole steel toe thing, but prior to all the stuff happening with Bob and all that, like way before anybody was really talking about them at all, I already had like been diving a little bit, and I shared some of that on Coffee and Pods and like the earlier episodes too.
Yeah, you shared some videos from when he worked at the actual radio station before he was podcasting and all, right?
Hey Stormy, can I send you? I got a couple clips that can. I have 2 clips that I've shared before where he.
Which one is you, Jake?
The no filter
By
one.
the way,
the no filter one.
what's up, guys?
You know, I'm curious about lately, Bobby Nick. Did you hear Bob Levy go off on Jim Florentine the other morning on the BS show?
I did hear a bit of that. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you catch any of that, OJ?
I caught a little piece of it. Someone sent me a clip because, again, I don't watch the network. But yes, I definitely saw that clip. I don't remember if it was on Shuli's network or MLC.
I want to say that I saw it on like Monday morning's BS show where he just come out the gate going in on Jim. Now, I don't know if Jim said anything recently, but I know for that time period where they weren't sure if Bob was coming back to MLC, Jim Florentine filled in a little bit, and they were doing like the comedic kind of like Bob is this and Bob ain't what he used to be kind of shit. But I didn't think he said anything out of the way that Bob went him as hard as he did, like, come on, you motherfucker, and calling him out for buying jokes from Mike Morse and everything. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I'd like to know the backstory to that. I'm not sure how what set Bob off.
Yeah, I have to think maybe that'll come out. Yeah.
Hey, I just want to tell you that the Golden Knights won the NHL.
All right.
Yep.
Very good.
Didn't even know I just found out the other night that the Golden Knights were a team. I thought it sounds like a movie team. Had no idea. It was a real thing.
Stormy, I am sending you a bunch of clips that I have of Aaron.
Oh yeah, you don't have to do that, but okay.
I wanted to
send him to me. Send him to me,
Jake
Jake.
is definitely the OG Steel Toe fan out of this group.
Oh yeah, I'll forward them to you, Bobby Nick.
You know, I don't know if you saw it, okay, but I thought it was really funny yesterday when Addicted to Profits was on a MLC, kind of going at it with Melton.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting fans involved with this fucking crazy universe we're in.
Mm-hmm.
But
here is a clip. Hey, sorry to interrupt.
Well, that guy's a big donor, so you know Kevin gave him all the airtime he wanted, right?
This
Sure.
is another. This is another clip. This is actually him talking about how this clip that I just sent you, Storm, is a clip of Aaron talking to Matt from Savage Thoughts. Damn it, Matt!
No fucks given.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fact.
What's up, guys?
It's okay, Jake.
We'll go over that some other time, Jake. But
No,
yeah,
I wanted to-
I gotta say, you know, I'm a fan of the Shuley Network. I'm a fan of MLC. I'm a fan of Steel Toe. I'm a fan of Melton. I'm a fan of the Compound Media. You know, everything on that.
Jesus Christ, is there anybody you don't like?
He's
not
Canadian.
really.
He's
Yeah.
legally obligated to like
Chad
everybody,
Zumach.
John.
Chad
exactly.
Zumach.
Okay, we
I got one.
That's the one.
finally have something in common. All right.
Yeah.
By the way, No Filter is winning the poll. By the way, No Filter is
These-
winning.
Jake, these
Oh,
clips
for
are
real?
from
They're
the
tied
Twitch
for
days.
second.
Jake, these clips are from the Twitch days
My
of Steel Toe.
iPad.
Ma'am,
I
sir,
think my wire's bad because my
ma'am,
iPad.
all those clips, two of those clips are from my stream, and one of them is
No.
from their. It's from a
We
show
all
they did
come-
at.
We all come together and talk about different shows on Coffee and Pods, but we don't all necessarily have to agree on all of them.
OCAP is not even there anymore. OCAP closed down.
eventually.
Uh-oh.
Are they shutting down Andrew the Giant?
I muted him for a second because he's hitting that mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
somebody's always hitting that mic.
Yeah, I actually like it on Coffee and Pods when people don't agree. Not because
Yeah.
I want to argue, but because I want to see other points of view on like
Yeah,
stuff maybe I don't know.
Well, Stormy, see, there's the misconception. The word argue. There's two different
Mhm.
definitions. One is to argue and yell and get mad. The other is to
Right.
basically just debate. And that's
Right.
that's what I like to do. I like to argue in that sense.
Me too.
Well, it is. It
That's
is
what I like
it
to
is
do,
a blurry line because some people just think that because I'm a fan of this and you're a fan of this, that we must disagree and argue. So I think that's kind of where some of the argument thing comes from. But yeah, I like just having conversations about it all. Like because somebody might see something in something that I don't realize.
I think it's okay to even have a passionate disagreement when you might get a little. It sounds like you're heated, but you're really not. You're just debating. I love that. I love
I
to
do too.
hear it, and just long you just can't take it personal. That's all.
Right.
Exactly.
I work with El Horrible. There's a lot of people and things we don't agree with. Carlos Danger. The list goes on, and you just. You leave it at that. It just is what it is. We have different opinions on things.
Carlos,
I think
that's
after
another.
this whole, after this whole Donald Trump when he was the president, everybody was hating him, and you had everybody. So either you were a Trump fan or you were the opposite, and then you got friends and family. If you can get through that kind of shit, then I mean,
Yeah,
you can't
that's
take any of
why
this seriously.
That's why I laughed earlier and I told you that this is all podcasting because we all have fun with it and have opinions about Aaron and this one. But at the end of the day, I'm not losing any sleep over this shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not worth it. I mean, we all don't have any personal dog in this
Investment.
fight.
Right.
Right, exactly. So it is what it is. All right. We can have our opinions, but yeah, it's not personal to us.
You should hear Scott and Bobby Nick talk about music. That's a good debate.
I know we had a nice back and forth on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday.
Yep.
I'm not sure which one, but yeah, it was great.
Round 2 Saturday.
Is that a green screen, Jake? What is on your forehead? What is that? Looks like a,
He's got the roaming Gorbachev.
but why is that? What do you have a green screen? Oh, you have okay. Now it makes sense. You have Bobby's background up. Here's something I wanted to ask you. I don't know if this has ever come up. Where did he go? He's gone.
It's gone. Oh, Bobby Nick's gone.
Oh,
Shit.
he's
Oh,
still
Bobby
here. He just took himself off camera for a second. I think he might have had a phone call or something. It might be family or something.
Has anyone ever asked him what the stain was? There a picture hanging there at some point?
We talk about it. I say it's a black hole into another dimension, but he might have another answer for you.
I asked him once, and he said it was there when he moved in, that he didn't know if there was like a piece of furniture there or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. But
Can we can we go back on Jake just so we could see it and maybe try to analyze it? Just single out. There you go. So yeah, there was definitely like a headboard or a dresser or a mirror.
There used to be a pillow. I remember there used to be a pillow behind his head there. It's stuck
That's
to
like
the wall.
I know Gino Bisconti was one of the first ones that said it looked like it's John Wayne Gacy's house.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with John Wayne Gacy.
He did.
I'm
Gino
gonna-
said that on one of those public meetings that they have or whatever.
So I'm gonna go with it being a mirror.
Mirror? Okay.
I just
A midget
I don't know.
mirror. Mirror for a midget. We don't know, but Bobby Nick's he's up there in Canada. So.
Right. Yeah, those Canadians they roll a little differently.
That's why he likes every podcast. He's not gonna name anybody he doesn't like. It was
He
against
did
his,
say Chad. I'm proud of him for at least admitting he didn't like Chad.
Guys, I'm back.
Well, it's funny about Chad
Andrew.
because I never disliked Chad. Matter of fact, I followed him as a comedian on Twitter before any of this kind of stuff popped off, and he was kind of okay enough to follow on for Twitter. But yeah, once this all this crazy stuff happened, it's like he forgot about comedy. And then many episodes ago on Coffee and Pod, Stormy did some research and digging and found all those kind of like music videos and all the comedy skits that he had done in the past.
Yeah, how did you guys feel about those?
They were rough.
What should I?
Well, yeah, the Aldi bit was kind of just more like a pop copy from Dave Chappelle kind of ripoff.
Right.
That one.
He
so.
did some sort of show, like several episodes actually. Very cheesy.
Yeah, cheesy. Very good
What
word.
should
Yeah, I couldn't think of the right word that came to mind though.
I'm trying to think. What should I?
You're supposed to think before you speak, Andrew.
Yes. Nothing happens.
Who is the one streamer or comedian you dislike as a person?
Chad Zumock. But wait, there was a but. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Andrew. But
Sure, but
respect their work.
See, that changes it because
That's
I
a
don't
hard
respect Chad's
question.
work.
Wow.
Dislike as a
So
person.
somebody that sucks at podcasting, but you respect them? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, he's a
No.
comedian.
Comedian,
Like-
okay. I don't know. I'm fascinated by the whole Joe Rogan thing, how he became such a big podcaster. I don't really hate him. I just don't get Joe Rogan. I seen him on Fear Factor and everything, but the fact that he turned into this whole UFC commentator guy and this ultimate podcaster, I don't get the whole Joe Rogan thing.
Chris D'Elia for me.
Yeah.
So, guys,
I'm really thinking
What do
about
you
Andrew.
think?
That's one of the toughest questions I think I've ever had. On the
Andrew don't
stream.
fuck around.
I'm trying to really think, and I nothing's coming to where that's a tough one.
I try to think, but nothing happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep thinking about it, Andrew.
So they're a good comedian, but not a good person. Is that what you said?
At least respect. Yeah, he said someone that you don't respect, but you respect their work. I think that's kind of what he said.
Like comedic value. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't find Joe Rogan particularly funny or interesting, but I gotta respect what the place he's put himself in his life. He's got one of the number one podcasts in the world. He's one of the foremost UFC commentators, but I don't get him. But I respect it. I respect that dot on Jake's head. That's what I respect.
So, I'm also looking at my Twitch profile. I don't have a profile picture. What do you think I should have as my profile picture?
I would say Jake.
I was about to say that. That's weird. I was about to say, what about that picture of Jake right there?
What's up, guys?
So Scott Fitzpatrick has been awfully quiet tonight. What do you have an answer for Andrew's question? Because Andrew, you've got me stumped. I
Yes.
gotta be honest.
Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia.
Okay.
Because he's he's real funny, but from what I've heard, all the YouTube, the females, the underages, and all that stuff is. Does that answer that? Does that answer it?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Bobby Fran's still here
Does
too.
anybody
He
know
just
Chris
went off
D'Elia?
camera for a second.
Maybe I'm saying his name wrong.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie
no?
to you. I don't follow comedians really too much, so
I know who Crystal is.
Kind of know who I'm talking about. Pretty funny guy, but got some sort of controversy in his sex life type of thing.
Yeah, well, the way I know him, he was doing that show with that one. I think her name was Whitney Cummings.
I don't know.
That's like a sitcom where they were a couple for a while there.
Oh yeah, I just watched his stand-up comedy. He was one of the roasters at Justin Bieber's roast on. He's Justin Bieber's favorite comic.
Okay.
okay.
there
Wait
he
a minute.
is.
I'm hearing heavy breathing and eating.
That is me.
His dinner's arrived. Dinner's arrived. Meatballs.
Meatballs.
Nice.
We get eye contact.
You want eye contact, Scott?
Yes.
Okay. Give it to you right here. Ready?
It got weird. Sorry, it got weird.
Eye contact.
Jake, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is the peanut butter and bologna non-bread sandwich? Is Jake muted?
He went to
You
bed.
put your bologna in my peanut butter. You put your peanut butter in my bologna.
I don't know.
He fell asleep in Bobby Mick's chair.
I think he literally did fall asleep.
Sean Riggle says Chris D'Elia played a child predator on a hilarious episode of Workaholics. One of the funniest episodes of the show.
I'm glad somebody knew what I was talking about. I was feeling. Oh. Wake up, Jake. Just having a bad dream.
Oh, this is great.
Red Bar's D'Elia segments are hilarious. The Heathen Sneaky says. Miles Magooby says Topher the pedo. Uh-oh.
I caught Red Bar a week or two ago. Someone was playing a live stream. He just did a new show, and I don't know. He seems all right, but I did notice that I've seen a lot of these podcasters, streamers, kind of stealing his style.
Yeah. I've only ever kind of looked in on it once or twice, and I see kind of see what the show is all about. But not a big Red Bar fan.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Because all I ever heard was that he basically kind of did a WATP. He kind of just would play podcasts and kind of shit on them. That's all I really knew of him, or would judge them highly, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it just seems like a dude with a nice setup, a nice head of hair.
Yeah.
Wearing sunglasses. And,
yep.
Drinking, so it makes him
I gotta
cool.
try to
Yep.
go to bed soon.
It's funny because that's half of YouTube is just having the right kind of angle and gimmick, right?
Yeah, exactly. Miles Magooby, OJ, you talking about win by 2? Zero Tark Tony? Yeah, I guess so. Everybody seems to be a little bit influenced by that guy. I don't know if it's just that's just what you do on podcasts, is wear sunglasses and
Yeah, I definitely see that Zero Dark Tourney is definitely kind of in that lane where he's kind of like out here being
He's
very
singling you out, Scott.
opinionated and judging
No,
these podcasters.
I'm not hating on
I'm
that.
just kidding.
It's not like I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying that it seems like he's a
It's the same.
trendsetter.
It's the lane, yeah. It's a lane.
Well, being Scott's daughter, I will say, just because of the glasses, we'll be sitting at Christmas dinner and he has those glasses on. It's not a
OG. OG.
Oh,
You did it before any of these guys, right?
I have something to report.
I cannot imagine you building PCs for a living, Dirty Dalish. But
damn, trying to say.
Really?
I take that back.
Hot?
Actually, I take that back.
You're a nerd, hot, and
Uh-oh.
sexy.
Yeah,
Oh
right?
shit! Just went up on the Andrew scale. I like Hidden Sneaky says Red Bar is a character to me. People who take him seriously don't get it. Red Bar has been around since 03, I believe. He's been doing it from his site for a long time, since he's not allowed on YouTube for the wild shit he says.
I forgot to report on something. I've totally forgot. Now that Twitch and WWE are working together on a multi-year deal, the wrestlers will get most of their earnings. Like, I've heard 80 as much as 80-20 for the wrestler.
80-20. I thought when I originally saw that report that the WWE was going back on Twitch, I thought it was 33, Andrew. 33
Nope.
for Twitch, 33 for WWE, 33 for the performer. Everybody gets some.
I've heard other contradicting reports that most of the profit will go to the wrestler and some to Twitch.
Dude, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this one out there. If you guys ever want to do a old school wrestling show, I'm your man.
Yeah, you like the old school wrestling? Yeah, I don't know if you see some sports heads, but me and Andrew are some pretty good wrestling heads.
I honestly, I used to be a giant sports fan. I grew up playing sports, and it's just something another thing I've walked away from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch. I don't watch.
Never walk away from sports, man.
I watched I watched a lot of indie wrestling, like Memphis Wrestling, the new Memphis Wrestling, EPW out of Boonville. I've been also watching a lot of Rocky Mountain Pro, Ohio Valley. By the way, OVW back in the 2000s was OVW was WWE's NXT, was the equivalent of NXT.
Are you an AEW guy, OJ?
I gave them a chance because I am one of those wrestling idiots that knows way too much about it.
Yeah.
And no, I am not a fan at all. I really wanted to have pro wrestling come back, and it didn't happen.
I enjoy it because I come from the AWA, NWA days before, they all shifted over to WWE and the WCW and all that shit. So, it kind of for me, it harkens back to that. And I just like that WWE has a competitor. They're not the only.
I like more of the blood,
but
extreme wrestling type shit.
Yeah, ECW, EC fucking W. No, but I gotta talk a little quiet. I was just getting a bang on the wall,
All right.
so
Okay.
that's why I'm talking a little quiet.
Okay.
But
Talk like this.
shit, I
Go
just
back.
lost my train.
We were talking about AEW and why you might not like him as much.
So
I was saying how.
take it you
Oh,
don't
there
like-
was my point. There we go. I'm a fan of pro wrestling, not sports entertainment. I was never a big WWF/WWE fan. I did like them. I was a fan, but I grew up an NWA fan.
Yes.
And I watched WCW until the end. I wanted to believe in Vince Russo. It's a mistake. But yeah, I'm a fan of the art of pro wrestling. I'm not a fan of sports entertainment at all.
Same.
I just
Yeah, I don't like and that's kind of why I lean more towards AEW, bro, because I don't like all that Broadway kind of wrestling, it's the glitz and the glamour that WWE throws at you, and you got to like really
well,
look
wrestling's
for that.
dead. That's my point. Yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
I got a question for the panel here.
Mm-mm.
Now that Randy Orton might be on the verge of retirement, where does he rank in WWE Mount Rushmore?
It's so tough, Andrew, because there's so many generations. There's so many great wrestlers from different generations. Where does Orton fit and all that? That I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say he's one of the best of all time.
I mean, he's certainly one of the better after the Attitude Era. I mean, he was a prominent guy after that big era. He certainly was kind of like the next big guy. But as far as like overall, I mean, it's hard when you got Undertaker, you got guys like Andre the Giant and Hogan and
We're
Savage
talking about Randy Orton, right?
Yeah.
So the problem with Randy Orton, Andrew, is that he didn't, as great as he was, he didn't take it seriously. Had he taken his job more seriously,
Yeah, I was about to say that.
More and more, girl, I'm becoming more and more in love with you.
Whoa.
Fucking Andrew. Don't jizz in your bed, bro. Calm down.
No,
Slow your
not
roll,
like
bro.
that, but you coming out the woodwork liking more of the stuff that I like.
Yeah,
and
probably.
it's like, wowzers.
The hidden sneaky says
And-
the Viper is finally hanging up the Speedo.
Something else. Here's something I didn't like about Randy Orton was that he stole the diamond cutter from Diamond Dallas Page and never gave him credit for it. Said, it was the same. It's the diamond cutter. The RKO is it's a diamond cutter ripoff.
Kyoto Whisker says not top 10, maybe not top 5. I'll go for that. Top 10, maybe not. Yeah, probably fits it in that top 10 somewhere. I agree with that.
I liked it when
you can take the
he was
Speedo off the
allowed
man,
to
but you
do-
can't take you can take the Speedo off the man, but you can't take the Speedo out of the man. Okay, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Andrew, you're more of a WWE guy, right? Like you like all these newer guys. Okay, so if I'm in your universe and I'm thinking the way you do, yes, Randy Orton is definitely, but like BF Bobby France said, there were so many before him. He's at least the top 20. I'll give you that in that universe.
So now,
The Mars.
would you like to see him in a backstage role or just retire altogether?
If he has something to offer backstage, I would definitely welcome that idea.
Yeah, if he can be a good matchmaker, and I don't know his relationship with Triple H, but if them two have a good relationship, that could be something that happens down the road.
Jeff Hardy needs to retire.
Jeff
he
Hardy,
is
he got more chances than I don't know.
done. he's done for.
Yeah, so Tony Khan's giving everybody second and third chances. Andrew's got CM Punk coming back this Saturday for Collision in Chicago, right, bro?
What?
Yes, bro. Punk is coming back this Saturday.
He's
for
the
AEW.
reason I stopped watching. It was how they treated him. I felt like Punk, and I haven't followed any of this stuff, so I don't know, but I felt like in order to bring pro wrestling back, you got to make it somewhat real.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that's what he was doing with his press conference.
He did.
And
yeah.
those boys from a different generation that don't understand the art of pro wrestling got their panties in a bunch.
They sure did, bro.
Got their balls twisted up, and
they did.
That really was the nail in the coffin for me.
Well,
with
and
AEW, yeah.
I gotta say, well, I'm glad that they're using this heat because I thought it was the most ridiculous thing for guys that are actually fighting, and you're not going to build matches off of this real heat because they were talking like, Punk's gone, you're never going to see him in wrestling again at the time, and I'm like, no way. I mean, if you're a smart businessman, if you're a smart wrestling promoter, you build off of this heat. So I'll be interested to see if they can do anything good off of it.
All right, you got me, you got my my radar back up. The funny
Saturday
thing is,
night
I
on
wasn't
TNT,
even
bro.
I wasn't a huge fan of CM Punk when he was around, and I only began to appreciate him when the wrestling business had evolved into what it's evolved into. And I was like, wow, this guy actually got it. He gets it.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't care for his whole straight edge thing because I wasn't 100% sure if he was 100% straight edge or not when he was doing that whole angle in the WWE.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Shots fired. Yeah,
Like,
I really don't know.
Biker Undertaker or Undead? Undead. I mean, you got to go with Undead Undertaker. Come on, man.
When I was a kid, I should.
Undead for sure.
I was the underwear taker.
The underwear taker. There you go. Yeah, you got to go with the Undead guy. I mean, just the whole mystique and the turning off the lights, coming to the ring, and all that shit. I mean,
legit, I cried when the man retired.
You know, I got some inside info you might not know about, but the Undertaker, that whole gimmick was stolen. It's almost, it seems like it's been erased from the interwebs. But Mark Callis did I believe it was in Memphis Wrestling, did an angle where this guy was bringing in all these outlandish people. Like the Frankenstein, the that. Well, one of the characters just so happened to be the Undertaker. And Mark Callis was involved in that angle, not as the Undertaker. And then not shortly, he did a run in WCW, ended up going to the WWF. But he knew about the Undertaker well before he became the Undertaker.
yeah, well, you see that happen if you were around long enough wrestling, like Nature Boy Ric Flair stole his kind of thing from the Nature Boy Buddy Landell and stuff. So
Buddy Rogers,
right? There have been interested in
not Buddy Landell.
Well, I say the wrong Buddy Rogers. Who's Buddy Landell? I got that. I know he's a wrestler. Goddamn, I said the wrong
Buddy
name.
Landell. Yeah, he is a wrestler.
Buddy Rogers. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a total nerd with this stuff. I know, I know way too much.
Okay. You can correct me when I say a wrong name. Then
I absolutely will.
Okay, good. CM Punk was my effing guy. I was so happy to see him succeed back in 2011. It's crazy what's happening now. Yeah, and I don't know how it's going to end for him.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Like I said, I'll definitely tune in and see.
He basically had a freak accident. He broke his ankle leaping into the fucking crowd.
Andrew, that's what happens when you get old. Unfortunately, your bones get a little more brittle. You find that out when you try to pull off stuff like that when you get older.
Yeah, because I think the match where he had that the pay-per-view where he had the press conference that caused all this shit, I think he was just coming back from an injury,
right,
for that match and to get his belt back.
That's how he got injured, was breaking his ankle doing that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's in a 6-man tag this weekend with FTR and Punk are going against what's it?
This is already horrible.
Juice Robinson, yes. Well, they ease guys back in. They're not going to give him like a full cardio match, bro. They're going to do this is just for TV. This is just for a show. And yeah, he's going against Juice Robinson, Jay White, and
But why even do a match?
Samoa
Why not
Joe.
do it just a return? Wouldn't that be enough? I mean, I'm no wrestling booker, but if I was the guy booking this, I wouldn't. Why would you even put him in a match? You just have him. That's the talk. I mean, isn't that what? Has he come back already? Or
So like, no, this is supposed to happen this Saturday. This is it.
Right.
This is ever since the pay-per-view where he got in the fight and caused all the shit.
God,
this is
these
his
people
comeback.
don't know what they're doing. I mean, you milk this. You have his return. You build his return. You save the match for the next pay-per-view.
It's not a bad strategy, but yeah, then you probably don't have the cardio. He's
I
probably not in
agree
shape,
with
so they're
you.
going to do this
Yeah.
6-man tag team shit, and they're making it like the main event, which I don't understand, but only because of him.
And Tony Khan is not. He's a fantasy booker that still
Tony
apparently
Khan
lives in a
does-
fantasy.
Tony
yeah,
Khan
he's a-
does
yeah.
not know how to book matches, book anything. He's
Yes, Andrew.
ruining his company.
I agree. They had
Well,
such
he's definitely
a great
slow on it because
opportunity.
some of his early pay-per-views, yeah, they were just having matches, and there was no heat leading up to him, bro. There was no storyline. There was no anything. He's gotten a little bit better at that, but yeah, I agree. He's just kind of a rich kid, kind of playing with his toys.
What's Dirty Dealish thing? WWE Rey Mysterio or accidentally killed his friend Rey Mysterio. I don't get it.
Booyaka, booyaka. I don't understand. Rey Mysterio or accidentally killed his friend Rey Mysterio.
I don't know wrestling very well, so I didn't know
Yes.
what that comment meant.
Yes, that was.
I know he did accidentally kick some guy in the throat.
Oh yeah,
and
maybe
he
she's
died
talking
in the
about
ring.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
that was quite a while back.
Yes. I'm a very big wrestling buff. If you didn't know, there
Oh, you
was
didn't know?
you asked to call somebody.
I know Milo
Tanner knows.
Winters. I know he's upset about missing all this wrestling talk.
Oh right, I'm sure, because we know he just loves wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not being sarcastic at all.
Yeah, for the peak, I guess for me in wrestling was ECF and W. I was a huge when I was just I loved it. I got to go to a couple of their shows here in Cleveland. I have I'll save it for another show, but I have some awesome stories from being at those shows. Just crazy, like shit you can't write
yeah.
kind of shit happening to me.
That's cool. Yeah, to me, like ECW was just kind of a reaction to, WCW basically coming to WWE, and people wanted something different, and that was ECW.
Well, ECW, had there be no ECW, who knows if WWE would even be around right now. The Attitude Era was the ECW revolution. And
He did not.
Right, Vince
be-
bought his legacy, just like he bought the AWA and NWA legacy guys. He kind of bought that too, and that's kind of my whole thing with Vince is he wanted to own all of wrestling.
Well, like I said though, WCW was kicking WWF's ass in the ratings, and Vince looked over, and there was Vince Russo, a big fan of ECW, watching what ECW was doing, and like, hey, we need to bring this attitude that they're doing over. And
Absolutely.
Hence the Attitude Era.
Absolutely, yeah.
Had Stone Cold Steve Austin not gone to ECW, seeing the Sandman drinking beer on his way to the ring, and seeing Mikey Whipwreck doing the Stone Cold Stunner, who knows what would have happened with Steve Austin.
That's the thing about that era of the WWE, just before the Attitude Era. It was kind of like all cartoonish characters. So yeah, they realized they needed to get more into the reality of what ECW and WCW were doing.
Adam has two hands, says the Midnight Express is the best tag team ever. I can't argue that.
Debatable. I'm a Road Warriors guy too, so I like
Yeah.
Hawk and Animal. Those motherfuckers, they just brought it to a whole nother level, if you ask me.
Maybe the most popular team of all time were the
Fuck
Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, those guys were. When you watch them on TV, you're like, I don't know if these guys. Anybody told them that this we don't go hard, like this ain't real. Those motherfuckers like treated it real the whole time. It seemed like.
Yeah, that's definitely what it seems like. But yeah, and then you got the tag team Demolition. I really liked those guys when I was young.
Sure.
Does anybody remember the Powers of Pain?
Oh, absolutely. Did you know who the original member of Demolition was before Barry Darso took over as, what was he, Axe or Smash? I don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
But unfortunately, the fans recognized him. It was Moondog. Oh God, now I can't think of his name.
I think I recall that. Yeah.
That's crazy. They were talking about they had that Jasmine St. Clair on the Shuley show this morning, and they were talking about how they tried to put out a fake Scott Hall and initially when they went over to WCW, how WWE tried to fool the fans for a little bit.
Sure.
And how they said they kind of blew up in their face.
Moondog Spot. I had to look it up. I couldn't think of his name, but Moondog Spot was a popular wrestler, and the fans recognized him. So then they got Barry Darso to take over.
Right, yeah. No, I know I didn't know that back then, but I remember about a year ago I watched some kind of documentary about it.
And it's funny because when Ric Flair was champion, I hated him so much. I didn't realize until I got older how much I loved hating him. And I gotta say he's one of the my probably my favorite all time world champion wrestler, Ric Flair.
Yeah, when I was a young boy, I was a huge Four Horsemen fan. I loved Flair.
Those guys were great, man. Yeah, they brought it. J.J. Dillon and all them. That was a great thing.
Absolutely.
For me, I had the same thing with Jake the Snake. I kind of hated him as a kid, but
I love Jake.
When I grew up, I was like, yeah, this guy's actually.
I was always a fan of the bad guys.
Same with Roddy Piper.
You were a heel guy?
I was always a heel guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I like who I like because I would like the Road Warriors but I would like Dusty Rhodes too, and he wasn't a heel.
Who was your favorite wrestlers growing up?
I know she mentioned the Hardy Boys. Let's see what else she says.
Boneloads. Heck yeah, dude's still streaming. he was in the chat hours ago when we started.
Yeah.
My favorite wrestler of all time is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Really?
Yes. Most believable, one of the most believable wrestlers. Just took it seriously, understood the art of the match. So yes, Bret is my man.
I say as far as gimmick guys go, I want to say it's probably Macho Man for me for gimmick, just his persona. I love Macho Man.
Only one Macho Man. One of my best friends, that's his favorite wrestler.
Crazy son of a bitch. Just gimmick wise, I mean, the guy just brought the whole thing. I always think of him.
He lived that too.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, Macho Man. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth here. Oh yeah.
Oh, Dirty Daily says D-Generation X, Andrew. What do you think of that?
Suck it.
The Wolfpack North.
You
guys remember that? They would, because DX was basically the Clique, and the NWO was a lot of the Clique. If you guys don't know what the Clique is, it was Good Friends, which was Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Triple H, and X-Pac.
Everybody remember that? Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Macho Man is the best ever. Adam's too.
What?
Oh yeah, Adam, you're right. Yeah.
Play what, Andrew?
Please break it down.
I love that's an angle, a forgotten angle in the NWO WCW days was when before they formed the Red and Black Wolfpack, the Macho Man and Nash kind of separated from Hogan, and Macho Man became the NWO World Champion.
Oh yeah,
and that was such a great angle at the time. It's kind of been forgotten about.
Not sure why I'm here, but I heard the Four Horsemen mentioned and instantly subbed. There you go.
We have occasional wrestling talk on there.
People love or hate him. I loved his action figure, the Boogeyman.
Boogeyman, yeah.
Yes, the guy.
I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
The reason Jim Cornette slapped the hell out of Santino Marella.
Do a wrestling show since someone is trying to pull me off my channel and do other stuff.
Hell no, bro. We'll do it here.
Yeah, we can do one here.
Are you guys a fan of Jim Cornette?
I think we're kind of doing one right now.
Jim Cornette? Yeah, I like Jim Cornette.
He was a guy you love to hate, man. A guy that really brought it.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever listened to his podcasts?
I have. And I appreciate his honest opinions. He shit talks a lot of people, but I mean,
so here's a fun fact. I made his he sang CM Punk's theme song, but his own version, called it The Cult of Meat with Extra Cheese. And I made,
and he's funny.
As I did with the Shuli Network, I put it to music, and it became an instant hit where fans were showing up to the arenas with signs. And, but it's out there on YouTube. Cult of Meat with Extra Cheese.
Well, they're talking about how the sign game's coming back because back in the mid-late 90s or 2000s, signs were still like a big thing, but then like the sign game got down. But it seems like I go to live wrestling. I have attended a couple AEW matches. It seems like the sign game is picking back up again. People saying crazy shit.
Have you ever gone to a wrestling gig and made a sign? Brought a sign?
My daughter.
I have. I'm actually on some WCW tapes from the late 90s with just some inside stuff. Here's another fun fact. They did a WCW Thunder here in Cleveland, and it was known by us wrestling marks that Scott Hall was depressed and going through a divorce and drinking a lot. So I showed up to the show with a Scott Hall is drunk sign. And the very next Monday on Nitro was when they started the whole Scott Hall being drunk angle. So I feel like I had a little something to do with that.
You might have.
Like, yeah, Scott is drunk, damn it. That shit is funny. That Jay Dead said some of the best matches I ever seen was old vids of the Midnight Express as baby faces against Tully and Arn. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, those were great days. So and then to hear, yeah, go ahead.
We should come up with a whole wrestling show. What should we name it?
Let's do it. We should do it.
Let's call it the whole wrestling show.
I like it.
There you go. The whole wrestling show.
Yeah, but this is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I guess we could probably do this all night. We're probably bored to shit at people that don't like wrestling. But somebody said, what's he say? Me either. I'm thinking, next week or two. She's on a day 12. Let's see.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Me either. You guys might have to find another producer during wrestling. I might
See, we went down the rabbit hole, OJ.
It's totally fine. I can handle it, but for the shows that you guys have like 10-hour shows sometimes, I don't think I can do
I'm
that.
enjoying watching Bob and Nick eat.
No, but this is really great. I'm glad I had this time to. Hopefully, I'm not being too much of an air hog with the other people, but I'm really enjoying meeting OJ for the first time and talking to you, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on, man.
Well, that's awesome, Bobby, friend. No, and yeah, I appreciate OJ coming on.
Are you doing anything on Wednesday? Because I was going to suggest doing the wrestling show on Wednesday.
Unfortunately for me, Wednesday is usually when Tukey goes on, so I might be busy on Wednesdays.
Well,
But
to see if we
we'll
can get
s-
together, maybe around the next pay per view or something that happens. We'll do a show like a reaction show or something like that.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Mondays won't work because Bobby has BYB.
Yeah. Well,
Does Bobby wanna
Wednesdays
be on a
and
wrestling show?
Fridays wouldn't. Well, I mean, I'd have to be in here to produce or something.
Yeah.
If Stormy can't. You know, so.
Yeah, it just really depends on everybody's schedules with other stuff. I can't think of anything I have going on.
Because I got fuck all to do on Mondays and Wednesdays. So
Dirty Daily. She knows because she says wrestling, and anybody knows wrestling is a wrestling fan. Wrestling. That's right. That's what you call it. We call it wrestling.
I'm gonna
I love it.
have you as the hot girl.
Me? Oh, you meant Dirty Daily. Sorry.
Hot girl member.
Fake obnoxious John. I'm the real obnoxious John.
The Chad Zuma. This is awesome. You fake. This is the real OJ. I assure you. RASSLIN. That's wrestling. Kyoto Whiskers knows what's up too. We'll watch that wrestling. Nothing better than I used to get up on Saturday morning. That's what I would do on Saturday mornings. Just watch wrestling until it stopped.
We had a 2-hour WWF block on, which for you kids at home that don't know about UHF, before cable, you had the UHF. And then after the WWF blocks were over, you switched the channel to the other station, and you had an hour block or an hour of NWA.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you were lucky, you would get WCCW out of Texas with the Von Erichs.
I get the Minnesota wrestling sometimes on my UHF.
What do you think of TNA Impact?
I love TNA.
Yeah, but what about the wrestling though?
Oh, the wrestling. It had a good run. They could have, again, when you have poor leadership in any company, you're inevitable to fail.
Well, you know that Billy Corrigan from the Smashing Pumpkins currently owns the NWA, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I think he bought it from, did he buy it from Dixie Carter or whatever?
No, I don't know. The
He bought the
NWA.
I don't know who was holding it last. Well, no, she had TNA, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of people that used that NWA to catapult their companies, such as ECW did the same.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I can't tell you who the owner was, but it wasn't. I don't think it was anybody that.
Yeah, I definitely mixed up Dixie and TNA with NWA, but yeah, he does own MWA.
He bought it from somebody else, I believe. But yeah, I could see you making that mistake. Like I said, when TNA first started, they recognized the NWA title as their world championship. So
Yeah. That ended pretty quickly after I think they went into a territory that was not a territory that they were supposed to go into. And the NWA ripped their association with them away, if I remember correctly.
yeah, I really wasn't paying that much attention to the NWA, and I really haven't, other than when Billy Corgan purchased it. I started watching some of the shows. I don't remember what turned me off. I think it started getting a little too gimmicky I don't even remember what was going on, but I tuned out after a while.
Yeah, well, I think that was at a point where there was maybe a little bit of a wrestling overload.
I like what Jay Dead saying. I can't watch any current wrestling lately. I'm going through mid 80s NWA, UWF, and
That's all
Mid South vids. That's
that's-
fun to go back and watch.
That's
those.
all I
Oh,
do.
yeah.
When I have free time, I look up older stuff that I either had watched when I was younger or just didn't have access to. So yes,
Right.
I love the old school stuff. Again, pro wrestling, not sports entertainment. Not a fan of sports entertainment at all.
Yeah, I mean, in Canada, we have a sports classics channel, and they have a lot of wrestling on there, and it's nice to see a lot of the, UWF and old NWA stuff, and yeah, it's just crazy. Because I never got to see any of this when I was young. Because I'm in Canada, we didn't have access to any of that stuff.
Did you get to see Stampede?
I did. I seen Stampede live. Actually, I was at a lot of the events.
Nice.
Tons of times. I remember Honky Tonk Wayne, and he eventually went and to WWF. And,
It's real to me, damn it. I respect what you guys do to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it.
Bad News Allen, who went on to be Bad News Brown
Sure.
in WWF, and
Holy fuck.
Bret Hart. Whoa. Thanks for saying what needed to be said. No, I don't think that Bret Hart is overrated.
He's my number one. Adam. I think you may have been here when I said that. But yes, he's
unfortunately,
my all-time favorite.
Unfortunately, I never got to see Bret Hart in Stampede because of the fact that by the time I was a fan, he had already gone to the WWF. So
Okay.
That's right. I like what you say, WWF.
Yeah.
That's old school. Yep. Then we just lost the Iron Sheik. Sheik baby.
Yeah, Iron Sheik, yeah. I don't know. I still say that if it wasn't for the Iron Sheik, there would have never been no Hulk Hogan.
Well, he was definitely the good counter for that because the anti-Iranian thing was going on at the time. So he was a good heel at the time.
I think a lot of people also forget that Hulkamania was running wild well before he ever entered a WWF ring.
Yeah,
he
brother.
was a megastar. He was on fire. And that would have probably never been aired if the Sheik wouldn't have done business. And Hulk Hogan, that definitely catapulted his career. But it still would have happened. It was inevitable.
Probably because he was that big bodybuilder guy. He was like that next guy at the time.
He was a star, and Rocky III became him a household star.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it ever would have got to where it did, though.
Look at Adam has two hands. Last comment. He's on your ass, Bobby Nick.
Oh, of course.
And you will never see Bret Hart if you keep smoking inside.
That's okay. I mean, he's not wrestling anymore anyway, so.
In South Carolina, I live in South Carolina and grew up during the Attitude Era, which was awesome. But my uncle got me into all the 80s stuff. He has a huge collection of tapes, DVDs, and home vids from local shows.
That's
You're
awesome.
lucky boy.
Yeah, for sure.
I was always surprised to learn when I was a young man of my older relatives, the older grandparents or aunts and uncles that thoroughly enjoyed wrestling and would go to it and attend to it. You know, that's not something that they'd always tell you and share, but then you would have it on TV. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I guess you should know you should get your love from wrestling somewhere, but I never imagined my old aunts and uncles enjoying wrestling as much as I did.
How awesome and realistic wrestling was back in the day. My Uncle Pat died believing it was real, keeping kayfabe. He would say, during the shitty matches, oh, no, that's a fake. That's a fake. But these guys, they don't like each other. They don't like each other. He would argue. Yeah, so.
I guess he had like the Bruno Sammartino, huh?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
That was the guy that preceded Flair, where he was the guy that everybody talked about. He was like the gold standard.
It's almost midnight.
You trying to kick us out?
No. but
Sounds that way to me.
I do have to get up early morning.
Yeah, I actually do too.
Okay, Andrew.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll end the show. We'll end the show. We've
Otherwise,
done
we'll just talk about wrestling for another hour.
almost 6 hours. So
Yeah, well, maybe hey, if you guys want to try to set up a day, I could possibly make Wednesdays work. Just try to set something up and just keep in touch. If you guys
Yeah,
wanna do
bro,
a
we're always
wrestling
out
show.
there, and we'll me and Andrew will get together. We'll brainstorm a little bit, and we'll reach out to you or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome, man. Well, this
Yeah,
was
sounds
great.
like a
great,
plan,
great
man.
meeting you, OJ. I
Yeah.
met
Yeah.
OJ, and I had fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, OJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a blast.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see you all over in the Discord maybe for a little while. Possibly.
Let's see. I might jump my phone. I'm gonna get over here and get high. I'm gonna get high.
Right.
Truth be told, I'm actually surprised Andrew hasn't fallen asleep.
Right, exactly. That's the total truth. I'm surprised too. But yeah, the next time you'll see us is Thursday for No Filter at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, we appreciate you all checking in with us tonight, and it's been a good show. And yeah, thanks, Obnoxious John, for popping in here. And
Yeah, why don't you give us your
with
plugs,
us.
bro? Tell us where we can hear you kind of regularly.
Yeah.
So I am normally on B Dabbler, BEDABBLER with El Horrible. I might be on with. See, normally I'll be on with Tukey on Wednesdays, covering Chad, who's covering MLC.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if Tukey's available tomorrow, so I think I might be joining Cardiff Electric on his channel with that. And if not, we have a show every Saturday morning on B Dabbler at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I've been catching that the last couple Saturdays, and I hear you guys say it's like the Saturday when you used to get up and watch cartoons or everything. He wants to get into the rhythm of listening to that. So the last couple weekends, I have caught you on Saturdays.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the thought process. Like, oh, man, remember how cool Saturday morning cartoons were? Like, let's do that.
Awesome.
And plus, nobody was really doing that spot, so it kind of just worked out.
That sounds good, man. Cardiff Electric. Cardiff Electric.
There you go. Yeah.
Cease and desist. Cease and desist, John.
And you can also find me at Obnoxious John on YouTube. I have a channel there. I rarely put stuff up, but I did a stream like a week or two ago where I was basically shitting on Shuley, and Carlos Danger joined me. So it has like 1,400 views, maybe. It's kind of surprising. It's called Shuley is a Whack Packer.
Oh, I'll definitely have to check that out.
Don't you
Kinda.
do regular things, broadcast with Carlos with Insufferable Bastards podcast?
Yeah, I'll jump on his stream from time to time also. I'm all over the place.
Shout out Carlos Danger. He's another great friend and supporter. Appreciate him too.
Absolutely.
Right on. And yeah, I guess the next time you can see me is on BYB podcast tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Anybody else got any other plugs?
Yeah, you can catch me and Andrew Friday. People should know 7 p.m. East on the No Filter with Andrew and Friends channel right here for Sports Head, 7 p.m. East, and then at 9 p.m. East, replayables with my boy Chris Abels.
Scott?
I just follow these guys around.
Right. Andrew?
You can follow me. If you have TikTok, you can follow me on TikTok at Andrew Sangster Florida. Same as Facebook.
Baelish's comment has him stuck
Yeah,
stuck
stopped
on
him
his
in his tracks.
Uh-oh. Have a great night, y'all.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I guess that ends the show, folks. So we will see you back here on Thursday for No Filter. And we appreciate you all joining us. We'll see you then. Peace.